Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the hills of Encino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out. Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
D. You know, if I knew we were doing a show today, I would have shaved. Da. Where does all the time come from? All of a sudden, I don't have enough time to shave. So the good news is these cameras aren't that precise. So it'll probably, you know, there was a time when I had a beard for many, many years. Not euphemistically speaking, but I had a beard, and it would grow in dark. Boy, you get to a certain age and you turn into the Santa Claus on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, you always say you were known for your beard.
Yeah, I was a bearded bundle of perpetual energy for many, many years. What was that tattoo, Dave?
I said I see your shadow, but I agree with you. Mine is bone white.
Oh, is that what happens too? Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's this aging thing. It ain't for the weak-willed, man.
Well, guess we're gonna have to cancel Christmas.
I guess we're going to have to cancel it. Hey, welcome, my friends. Welcome, my friendlies, to the big dog of broad chasing, meant to say casting. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and Rumble.com and
Twitter.
And Twitter, yeah. I don't know. Something sounded weird here in my phones again. It could be the... hold on. Son of a... You know, one day, when we hit the... Oh, God.
You remember when...
Remember when...
back then when...
remember when you were with the Beatles?
When the equipment used to work?
No, that was never... Would you turn my mic up? Because it sounds weird to me, man.
It's up. It's up. It sounds fine to me, but I will turn it up.
You don't know, though.
That's Tattoo Dave.
What does he know?
All right. Here's the bottom line, my friends. Wonderhussy on the show today, live from Bodie, California.
I've been to Bodie.
You have?
Yeah.
When were you there?
Oh, years ago, man. Me and my buddies were taking road trips when we lived out
So
here.
you're on the 395 minding your own business.
Bodie.
And you see Ghost Town Bodie, and you take... And it's about, 15 miles inland from there.
Yeah.
but it's a great old ghost town, and
my buddy
Wonderhussy is exploring. And who is Wonderhussy? Oh, only a Utah phenom. I've renamed their channel.
She lives in Utah.
Yes, a Utah phenom. But Wonderhussy on the show today, and I know we promised you her last week, and we tried our damnedest.
And man, I've got to tell.
No, hold on a second.
Yeah.
She ghosted us because of a radio interview that she was scheduled for that never happened.
Oh, it didn't even happen, so we weren't really bothering her.
No, we weren't bothering her, and it turns out that she has this YouTube vid up there about it, and she's in the studio, but the dude who is supposed to be interviewing her isn't even talking to her, and then she says, "What am I doing here?" And he says, I don't know. What are you doing? And she said, "Well, you're supposed to be interviewing me." "Oh, okay. Well, I guess we could do that, too."
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I would have got up and left.
I got to tell you, Tattoo Dave, my brother Mark C.G. Boyer, this is one of those 89 on your dial. So it's barely a radio station. It's almost like a microwave signal.
I mean, at least you showed up. I mean, you were asking her questions and interviewing her when she was here.
Well, yeah, I tend to like to ask questions, and I'll even wait around for a response. But this was
moving on.
This was in Goldfield, Nevada, where they were enjoying Goldfield days. And next year, here's my plan. And it doesn't always come to fruition, but a year from now, I want to be in Goldfield broadcasting live on real radio stations across the country, not 89.8 or whatever the hell that radio station is. I mean, God love them. I love that any local town would have a radio station. Population there is like maybe 200.
Nice.
So how do they sell ad time? I don't think it's about ad time.
Yeah.
How
do they have a radio station?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's fun. And I love that. I had a little baby radio station in my bedroom in Everett, Washington, that I built in the corner with 2 turntables and a microphone.
Two turntables and a microphone.
And it really was 2 turntables and a microphone and a little Radio Shack mixer, and connected to a wireless transmitter, thanks to my uncle Don Nelson, who gifted me that. And I could broadcast about 3 blocks around the neighborhood, and I put signs up on all the doors saying, listen to, I forgot what my moniker was then. I think it was probably Magic Matt. And so I guess the neighbors, because I'd check in the next day. So did you listen?
Our neighbor Mark Walker could hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, he heard you. He's like, wow, I tuned in. I think you had me on the show.
You mean Mark Walker, our neighbor to the right there?
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is on the right and to the right.
That's right. Lives in Montana. Good
Love
old boy.
Love him.
But he it was funny because I think you had me on as a guest or something.
Oh, probably.
It was in your room, and Mom and Dad were like, "What the hell are those guys doing down there?"
Yeah, instead of being like the normal kids had a band and invited their parents.
I had that too.
You guys had a little radio show.
No, it's true, man. Every day, and I was, I think I was 11 years old at the time, and then I was bitten by the radio bug, and began a radio talk show on KRKO locally on a Sunday night. 2 hours of me talking.
That's insane.
Yeah, at 12 years old.
And the rest is history.
And then, Dave, you said band. Yeah, believe it. Oh, yeah, I had the rock band set up in the basement, too.
Oh, yeah. We had it all going on.
We had everything going.
It was all showbiz in the daylight basement.
It was.
Yeah, it really was.
You walked in and you had to use you had to have, forget it. Anyway.
Wonderhussy on the show today. Wonderhussy will be on the show live from Bodie. I want to say Nevada, but it's not. It's California. It's before you hit the border there.
Sounds better, Nevada.
Yeah, I love it.
Bodie, Nevada.
Believe me, it does. I know. I think the same thing.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Nevada.
Yeah, every time I pass it on the 395 heading to northern Nevada, I think it occurs to me, oh, this is not in Nevada. I appreciate the ghost towns in Nevada much more than California.
For some reason, it sounds better.
Only because this state has gone down the old tubaloos.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Anything Nevada sounds better than
it does. Yeah, it does.
No, Matt, what I was going to say is I was talking to
my brother, Mart.
Our mother last night. And thanks, Dave. I forgot. And And she said she's been following Wonderhussy for like 2 years. She's a huge fan of Wonderhussy.
Oh, no kidding.
Mom is. Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah,
She's
this
like,
little
"I love
Wonderhussy
her."
turning into
Yeah.
quite the little celebrity, the YouTube phenom.
Yeah.
And man, is she shaking that ass on some of those videos,
Oh, yeah.
right? You pointed that out, Mart.
Well, I showed you a shot of her laying face first in a hot tub
Yeah.
with a thong on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she looks excellent. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's on Instagram. She'll post some things on Instagram that she won't.
You know
on
why
YouTube.
she attacks me? Because I made reference to the fact that always wear makeup.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know, I'm saying that from my heart. I think it's the best thing for her to do. Slap on a little makeup, because why? There's a real feasible question. It's been around for years. Why? Okay. Why do females wear makeup and perfume? Because they're ugly and they smell bad. You see, and that's why Wonderhussy, you gotta splash on a little makeup there. Yeah. Hey,
There's a great little skit running around. I don't know if you've seen it.
What?
It's either TikTok or one of those little video reels. This guy's at the store with his wife, and she's going. You know, they're on a budget. She's putting stuff in the cart, and she's going to put her makeup in the cart. And the first thing is, I think he wants to buy a 12-pack of beer.
Right.
And she goes, "No, we can't afford that." So he puts it back. So then she goes to put her makeup in the cart, and he goes, "What's that?" She goes, "That's to make me look pretty." He goes, "Beer does the same thing.
Hello.
And it's cheaper."
Hello.
Didn't see that coming.
Come
Hey,
on now.
Hey,
Come on
get
now.
out of our way.
Come on.
Coming at you.
Also, this Bill Maher, who obviously ripped off our format, performing his own television show in his basement in Hollywood, California.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. And they're drinking cocktails.
And probably smoking cigars.
Yes, and smoking cigars. Except his thing is weed.
He smokes a big old
Yeah, but I've decided I'm going to get Bill Maher over here to the show because he would have a grand time. And as he goes on record as stating, he said, you know, just because I hate Trump, I can't hate everyone that loves Trump. And do I believe him? Nah, not really. I don't, you know, although he professes this.
Yeah.
Bill.
I actually might believe that.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of these shows of his lately, and one with Riley Gaines, and we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Where, in my opinion, he bullies her. She's 23 years old,
Yeah.
articulate, smart as hell. But I'll tell you what, you know, he can profess this comment that he has nothing against those who like Trump, but I don't buy it. And you sort of see it in the way that he treats Riley Gaines. I'm not...
He did bully her.
Well, he says a few things that you simply don't say to a young woman.
23-year-old.
In my opinion, you know, and I've been sort of off the cuff on occasion. But man, I would never make the statements that he made to her.
Well, she even got her. She was blushing at one point.
Yeah,
you could see she felt uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. The one that you noticed, he was not trying to strong arm Aaron Rodgers, was he?
No.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, by the way,
He's the coolest son of a gun.
he is a cool dude, man.
He's a lot more intelligent than he appears.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I don't. Does he look dumb?
Well, you know, with the stupid shaved head and mohawk, all the stupid things he does to his hair.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Well, I think he's just a free spirit, man.
I would say that, yeah.
Hey, I finally saw the movie that I think we were talking about this a few months ago, and Tattoo Dave said, yeah, I saw it. Unfortunately, it's a Clint Eastwood movie, and...
The Mule? No, I'm kidding.
No, this is the Rookie.
No. The Mule, by the way, is brilliant in comparison to this one. And now I know why they were promoting this on conservative radio stations throughout the country. It wasn't getting traction because God knows I am the biggest Clint Eastwood fan, man. In my opinion, that guy could do no wrong. But at 92, or is he 93 years old now, you know, you get to a point where the chops are gone. Yeah. The acting chops, where you know there's someone holding his hand and running the show. And the reason his movies were so good is because Clint Eastwood was running the show.
Yeah.
He was running he was directing. He took care of, you know, the editing. And he always had a great editor. But It's a little movie called Cry Macho.
I heard about it, but I'd never seen it.
Did you see that, Tattoo Dave?
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's very hard to watch.
Oh boy, there's some fast forwarding in there.
Yeah.
Because you understand what they're trying to do, and if Clint Eastwood, if you go back in time, maybe 15 years, perhaps he could have pulled that off with some great acting sensibility, as he did in The Unforgiven. I mean, that was a great movie, and Clint Eastwood was brilliant in that movie. But this is a very aged Clint Eastwood, and it ends with him staying in Mexico with this good-looking, almost, I might be so bold as to say, hot Latina, who is at least 30 years his junior.
More power to him.
Yeah, more power to him. But I'm thinking, is she really interested in that? He's so old now. And and more power to him.
Does he at least get tough in this? Like shoot some people and do some.
Mart, I was hoping that he'd get a little tough. He only got tough with a little kid.
Shaped him up.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. And
Yeah, but this Cry Macho, I wish I could recommend it because I have no problem with putting money in Clint Eastwood's coffers. But boy, it was not good. It was simply not good. But
bad.
Watching a lot of this Bill Maher stuff, he and I agree, I think, more than we disagree.
I'd have to say that if you could get Bill here, or we could get Bill here, I would be completely intrigued by your conversation.
Oh no!
I mean, it would be
Dave, you would be starstruck, bro.
No.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, I give a crap about Bill Maher.
yeah, you do. You're starstruck with everyone, bro.
Marty, I'm glad you're back.
starstruck
I'm
with
so
me.
glad you're back.
You saw me come back, you're like, whoa.
He just shot you.
Oh, whoops.
That means silence.
That means shut up.
Now, here's
No. I just think that the intelligence on both levels and going back and forth.
Appreciate
and I know from friends of mine's personal experience that it is very tough to win an argument with Bill Maher.
Oh yeah. And as I'm watching this, and I'll get into this because I think I will show. Not that you need this, but I think I will demonstrate me winning an argument with Bill Maher because last night, as my brother Martin and I were drinking, smoking, and watching Bill Maher with a couple guests, I would stop the damn thing and I'd say, wait, why aren't they retorting? It's like, you know what? I could rip Bill Maher a new A right now because what he's saying, it is not a salient point and it holds absolutely no water.
So you can see Aaron Rodgers kind of shake his head a couple of times. And thing is with Aaron's got probably one more season in him, and he wants to retire. So
I love the guy. I love Aaron.
He's like, hey, just keep me in the league for now.
Right,
I'm going to make my hundreds of thousands, millions of
but
dollars.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He just wants to stay in the spotlight.
Yeah. I think that's it. And by the way, can you imagine? And I shouldn't say this. But I have to.
What?
How much poontang Aaron Rodgers gets?
Oh, come on.
And Matt,
More than a toilet seat.
we didn't know this, Dave, but he wanted to host Jeopardy.
Did you know
of
that?
course we knew that.
I love that. I didn't know
He
that.
did host Jeopardy.
But I love that. He wanted that gig.
I was going to bring that up. As far as his intelligence level, I mean,
He wanted to be a game show host. And, my friend, Drew Carey, let me pick up that name, but the great Drew Carey, who I adore, when he took over that gig on The Price is Right, we're out at a bar, and right before we went on stage, Ryan Stiles was there, Tall Man of Comedy from Whose Line Is It Anyway, Black Hawk Down, Two Moon Junction.
Hates us now.
Kindergarten Cop.
thanks to Mark Boyer. Thanks to Mark C.G. Boyer.
Thanks to Mark C.G. Boyer. He hates us. But we were dear, fast friends for years. I mean, for years.
Long time.
So we're out at this karaoke bar, and I'm talking to Drew, and I said, so this is just sort of in the middle of the other things you're going to do? He said, no. He said, no, Matt. This is the gig.
This is it. This
and
is the end.
I said, well, this can't really. He said, this is it. He said, "This is the greatest gig of all time."
Hell yeah,
He said, "I love this. This is the greatest thing, and I'll probably die doing this."
Don't jinx me, Matt.
No. And, you can understand that I'm thinking, well, Drew Carey, star of one of the biggest sitcoms in the history of TV, and he's becoming a game show host.
Of them, yeah.
But that's the intelligence of a Drew Carey. That guy is so smart. He gets to stick a bunch of those in the can, as we say in the business, meaning, he tapes an S-load of those.
And then flies around the world
in one weekend, and then he owns his soccer team or whatever the hell. Yeah. But what a good guy. And Aaron Rodgers, I think, probably, what wants to follow in Drew Carey's footsteps.
Man.
Is like, he probably talked to Drew about this.
He's no dummy, man, Aaron.
Is that a good idea? Yeah, I think that game show hosting is a very good idea.
So, he did actually host the show for a couple weeks.
Yeah. How did he do? I didn't see him.
I think he did good. I'm not really a Jeopardy fan, but I think he did well.
Yeah.
I mean, there was talk about him taking over the show.
Well, yeah. I mean, is he built for that? I think that. By the way, who did get that gig? I forget.
Ken Jennings and Marion Belkin.
Wait, there are
two people?
Wait, there are two hosts?
Yes, they trade off.
Ridiculous. Oh. I thought at the same time.
No. You know they got to have a woman in there.
Like Brian Dunkelman.
Me too. Yeah, eventually. But which one is Brian Dunkelman in that?
Which one's gonna?
In that scenario. By the way, Brian Dunkelman, in case you're scratching your noggin, I don't want you to leave the show in order to look him up, but he was Ryan Seacrest's sidekick on
first season of American Idol.
Yeah, and then he was thrown under the bus and never to be heard from again.
No, he was on YouTube playing acoustic guitar one time. I'm like, poor guy, man.
Yeah, that's who that guy is, Pete Best.
Yeah,
that's who Dunkelman is. Yeah, what
the 18th Beatle.
Yeah, what could have been?
Oh,
what could have been? Yeah, so I told you about a movie that I can't recommend, and it hurts my heart to say.
Oh yeah, I was going to call you
to say Cry Macho. It does hurt my heart, but here's a movie you should watch. And it was recommended by Bill Maher, and so it sort of piqued my interest. And I watched the damn thing a few nights ago, the Burt Reynolds movie. The fact that I was in a movie with Burt Reynolds sort of fits into the equation as well, and have been a fan of this man for years. And when we were shooting this thing in Mississippi, he and I enjoyed some of his bourbon from his cane. He would open up the top of his cane, and we'd take sips of bourbon.
Oh, that's a genius flask.
Oh yeah,
it is, man.
I loved it, man. When he passed away a few years ago, that really pissed me off.
Yeah.
I love the man.
Hey, Matt, didn't you say that when you were shooting that movie that they rolled up a Trans Am onto the set or something?
No. What we did was we did an appearance at one of a local movie theater, and 3 guys with Trans Ams showed up, and Burt got in there and signed with with one of those Sharpies, his name and the date on the dash.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that
Dude,
I think they were actually Firebirds, weren't they?
They're the Pontiac.
They were
Trans Am.
they were Pontiac Firebirds with that brown
Trans Am.
Yeah. No.
It was a Trans Am.
I think it was a Trans Am.
It was a Trans Am.
Mark, you should be looking it up.
Who cares?
No, I want to know.
No, but who?
No, I want to know.
Who gives an?
Because I had one. I had a '77 Chien.
Well, I grew up in the Firebird, and the Firebird had the bird on the hood, and that's what his did.
Oh, that's right. Too. He did have but it's still a Trans Am.
Trans Am.
Trans Am size Firebird. Who cares?
Big butt Pontiac.
All right, here's the movie, the Burt Reynolds movie called The Last Movie Star.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it?
I did see it a long time ago. I couldn't remember.
It couldn't have been that long ago because it was one of his last movies, and he only died 5 years ago, or 4 years ago.
Yeah. Did he write it?
But no.
And he had this.
But it was directed and it was written. Well, the director, and I forget the name of the director, but of a substantial director. And as you're watching this, you're thinking it's going to be some low budget thing because Burt was doing a lot of that at the end there to make ends meet. But no, it's a substantial director, and I will tell you this movie will make you laugh. This movie will make you cry. It's called The Last Movie Star. God bless you, Burt Reynolds. We'll be this after back on The Big Dog. I have a lot to get to, including Wonderhussy from Bodie, California, on this show.
Sucker punch somebody on the side.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio. The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion. Magic Matt Allen.
Moody Blues on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt. If you will look us up on YouTube. Under Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, that's how you'll find us, but you have to put it in that way. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and on Rumble.com, and on Twitter. Thank you for being there. Fine radio stations across the country who carry us because they know that we speak the truth. We smoke, we drink, we interrupt, and speak the truth. And we are huge fans of Wonderhussy, who will be with us, that YouTube phenom, in just a few minutes. And massive fans of the United States of America and those who have served our country and truckers throughout the land. God bless you.
Yeah, just stay in the right lane and you'll be all right, truckers.
God bless you, truckers. And what about the hell that the truckers went through in Canada?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Freezing their bank accounts. I mean, my God, if that isn't militant crap.
Why, yeah, it's horrible, man.
Oh, freeze a bank account. You know, we're this close. We're just seconds away from that sort of friggin' bull ass here in the United States of America, the way things are going.
And then what do you do, man? You better be prepared.
Oh, what do you do? But then, you know, they froze him, but then they unfroze him, and who cares? I mean, you don't freeze a bank account, but that's what old Justin Trudeau, that piece of crap Justin Trudeau, who, by the way, is now officially separated from his wife. Supposedly she left him. I don't know what went down, but
she's had enough.
Yeah, but what I do know, I mean, what I read was that he will spend most of the time with his girls. I think his 2 children, and I think they're both females. And so I found that sort of weird. It's like, you know, maybe unlike America, Canada, they super serve the male. I don't know. That didn't sound right.
You know, yeah, these truckers, man.
Inbreeders.
These truckers are bringing us food. They're bringing us
hold on, Mart? Did you just call Canadians inbreeders?
I think he did.
Why would you say
it's a
that?
little rude, a little harsh.
I don't understand that.
It just fit the puzzle.
Oh, I mean, imagine one day that we're heard in Canada,
right.
and they hear that. By the way, we're close enough to the border of Canada in some towns.
It's not very friendly, Dave.
No.
Here's the address.
Yeah. I don't know where that.
Hey, Mart, stop messing with your mic, okay, Mart? Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Number one crutch that is driving me crazy, and you know that I go off on these tangents on occasion.
Couple of crutches.
But this is the newest crutch, and I'm talking about verbal crutches. These statements or sentences or these words that are so overused. And I see this in every one of the hosts on YouTube. Even Wonderhussy on occasion uses this. And I don't, you know, when we have her on today, I'm not going to bust her or her huevos for this one. But I watch a lot of these food shows where they're at buffets in Las Vegas because I love to see the food. And then I think, okay, well, maybe I'll visit that joint when I'm in Vegas. But, you know, buffets, you recall when buffets in Vegas, they were the quote-unquote cheap alternative.
Yes.
You could,
gotcha.
right? You could fill up for,
Absolutely.
10, 15 bucks.
Yeah, if you're talking back in the day,
No,
America's
Mike,
$5.
$5.
My
yeah.
God, now the buffets are
$56 a person.
$80 to $100 a buffet, and it's just. I mean, can you eat that much? I mean, I know there are some that can, but then you feel sort of obliged to even if you're full to the brim, you feel like, oh, I got to get my money's worth, so one more lobster.
I couldn't eat another bite.
Yeah, well, these people can eat another bite, but $100 for a buffet. What happened to old Vegas? It's only, I guess you could ask the same question. What happened to good old USA?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
The same damn thing.
We relied on being in rock bands and not having any money, and we relied on buffets.
Oh, hell
they were
yeah.
cheap, man. That's how we ate. That's how we survived.
remember-
You got to bring a to-go bag.
I remember this weird little breakfast buffet and it was I think 11 o'clock at night until 6 in the morning at one of these lesser than opulent casinos on the Strip. There were a few of them back then. I think Slots of Fun is still
That's a funny
it's
place.
still there. Slots of Fun is
funny.
still there, and so you have these mega casinos all around Slots of Fun. But Slots of Fun, I think it's been there since probably late 70s or early 80s. And it still sits there.
Slots o' fun.
Slots o' fun.
The big giant machine on the
been in
sidewalk.
there.
But and it could have been specifically Slots of Fun where there was a breakfast buffet for $2.99.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Oh man,
That's how I know the place.
I mean the fact, and I enjoy it. Well, $2.99. How do you not enjoy that? But little biscuits and gravy, and you're thinking, what are they doing in the kitchen to this stuff? Not caring much.
well, Matt, it is
It's like
called
the.
Slots o' fun.
Did you ever see Vegas Vacation?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so it's like the casino that he takes Clark
Chevy
to.
Chase. Yeah.
War or pick a number.
I'll tell
Take
you.
some of the green stuff and don't be cheap.
I'll tell you, man. That is not a great vacation movie. That whole thing with Wayne Newton. I love Wayne Newton, and I like that he had his part in a movie. He was also in that James Bond movie where I thought he was pretty good. What was that movie? Whatever the hell it was.
was License to
Too late.
Kill.
I believe. I believe.
Hey, Matt, before we drift off too much.
Speaking of crutches, that's
Yeah.
Mark's.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, go ahead because I'm going to get to my crutches in a second.
That's what I was going to ask you. I'm in suspense here. I want to know the crutch.
Okay, here it is. Here it is because I am tired of it and I can't take it anymore. And a talk show host who fills in nationally. He took over Larry Elder's gig when Larry went off and tried to become governor. And by the way, we couldn't do that here in California because, see, that would be a good move for California. No, you don't want that. You don't want a guy that really believes in America and loves California.
Larry would have been awesome.
Oh, my God, he would have brought this friggin' state back.
Yeah.
But it's a dude that took over for Larry Elder. And I'm a fan of this guy, and I can't. And here I am, a fan, and I can't remember the dude's name, but and I really like his show. But man, this guy uses this crutch more than anyone. You could do a drinking game to this crutch that this dude uses. Here it is, 2 of them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And the other one is, to be honest with you, they burn, these crutches burn my ass because to say I'm not going to lie, so everything else out of your mouth is a lie, so this time you're not going to lie, and to say, to be honest with you, so every other time.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah, right, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but that doesn't. To be honest, people have been saying to be honest for years.
Is it Carl Jackson,
Matt?
Mart, I didn't ask if it bothered you.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Mart, once again,
To be honest, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, I didn't ask you. It drives
being honest.
drives me insane because it's so Gen. What is the youngest? It's X or is it Z? Is it Z?
Yes.
Because the Xers are almost okay.
Not Gen X.
The millennials I've been throwing under the bus, and then I sort of had a wake up call a few months ago, and realized that most of the millennials. Not bad, and they tend to be pretty good workers, but it's the youngsters, man. If they're not into social media making millions of dollars, then they would simply like to sit around, enjoy their Starbucks Frappuccino, and smoke their weed. I think that's pretty much what they do.
I have to come in at 9 o'clock.
10 o'clock doesn't work for me.
Yeah, 10 o'clock doesn't work for me.
Hey, Matt, it's Carl Jackson, I think you're right.
Yeah, Carl Jackson. I love that guy. I love that guy. But Carl, or someone close to Carl, please tell him this. I'm not going to lie. And to be honest with you, these crutches, stop it already. Stop it. And geez, it seems to me that in a group of radio stations owned by Salem Broadcasting, a huge broadcasting company, seems to me that one of those program directors would take him aside and say, Carl, we love what you do. Here's a few things that you could probably cut out of your vocabulary.
I don't think it bothers as many
To
people
be
as you think. It bothers you. You're weird about that kind of stuff.
Mart, it bothers me because I like the art of radio.
That's great.
I enjoy it is for me, but I enjoy the art of radio. So when people use crutches, it rubs me the wrong way.
Okay.
Be smarter than that is my answer.
Yeah.
Don't be a dumb bolt. Be intelligent. Yeah, Tattoo Dave?
I was just going to say I agree, and it's not about Marty. This is about he didn't ask Marty what's bothering.
Didn't say
Well,
it was
you are
Dave.
making it about
Hey,
yourself.
ass kisser. I
No,
wasn't making.
but
I'm not
okay.
an ass kisser.
Okay.
Ass kisser.
But
Matt, anything you say, sweetheart.
Okay, Mart, but
You're
you
a
are
douchebag,
making you
bro.
are okay, yeah, but who's the name caller? Are you sure you didn't vote for Biden, Mart?
Who calls who names?
Hey, we're getting
Okay.
lots of
Don't get me
of
into it,
comments
bro.
about this.
Don't
don't get me started, dude.
Then there's another crutch, bro. Everyone's bro. No matter, even if it's two females.
Even if you're
speaking.
really his bro.
No. Yeah. By the
That's
way,
right.
I guess you could almost get away with that.
Yeah, right.
But female. Do you know females call each other bros
Nothing wrong
now?
with that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Okay, Mart. But that's once again.
Weird things bother you, dude. You're minority. You are minority. You know that, right?
Hey, do you find that weird that bothers me, Tattoo Dave?
It doesn't irritate
no,
people
not at all.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss.
So does it? Yeah. That I like intelligence.
That's great.
It
You're
actually
minority.
bothers me too.
My brother Mart, of course, is not a big proponent of
course.
being intelligent.
Of course, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're saying.
Yes, of course.
Hey, I got to intervene. We got an anonymous comment from somebody.
Oh, no.
Matt, why would you bring the ditch picker back?
Oh no.
Down the show goes again.
Hey, Pete,
anonymous.
Hey,
signed
Pete
anonymous.
Coburn. Anonymous Pete Coburn.
Hey.
Faggot.
I'm actually in trouble too.
What did you call him?
Faggot.
Whoa.
Okay, married with a child. Okay. All right, Mart. Boy, I'll tell you what. You are proving your point about not being intelligent today on this
and
show.
she's a woman. It wouldn't be the proper.
So it's a woman. All right.
No. I'm saying. Oh, I thought he was talking about
It's
Mary.
Pete Coburn.
And by the way, gun to my head, I'll bet you it's not Pete Coburn.
100% it's Pete Coburn.
And then Mart showing his idiocy again. 100%. My buddy Pete Coburn, who is a writer for me and a producer of several of my shows, who I adore. I love this guy. I understand he had a stroke. And I doubt he's listening right now, dummy.
Okay, dummy.
Yeah, dummy.
Hey, dummy.
but
I heard what he said last week, too, dummy.
Turn his mic down. So
I'm going to leave.
I know, Mart. I know this is where it's heading because you're a child, Mart. Because, Mart, you are a child. You can't. A-hole. Wait, no, I had to because you're distorting because you make it difficult for our beautiful
I've had
audience
enough of your
to
crap,
enjoy.
bro. I'm calling you out.
What sort of crap?
Calling you out.
Hey, Mart, try being. I know it's impossible for you to be intelligent, but I want you to give it a shot. Which means you don't have to shout. And how are you calling me out? How have I come at you, bro? Tell me. Tell me. I'm waiting.
Okay, forget it. You interrupt way too much.
Yeah, right.
Hey, it looks like I got myself in some trouble too because we got a comment.
Oh,
from
no.
Ryan S.
Yeah.
I want the name and address of that piece of you know what that made the comment about Canadians.
Oh no!
I apologize. I apologize. Ryan.
No. And Tattoo Dave, wrong.
I don't want him coming after me.
No. Tattoo Dave,
I'm scared.
This is a no apology.
I know.
This is a no apology zone on this show. And by the way,
he's scared.
I think it's incumbent on you, Dave, to give up your address.
I'm going to give it to him.
I know.
Actually, if you would just put yours in the chat line, I'll come over.
You have firearms.
We'll have a beer and then I'll kick your butt.
Okay, but I understand that. It's not unlikely because I forget. Even though we don't have radio stations in Canada, we do have folks.
From Canada, yeah.
Beautiful, from the beautiful north of Los Angeles, our beautiful brethren
Well, we're World Wide Web and we're
in
on
Canada,
YouTube,
and I
so,
forget about that.
Yeah, but you know what? Grow some skin.
What?
Dude, come on. That's a pretty harsh comment, though, bro.
Yeah, all I said was inbreeders. It was a joke.
Yeah, but inbreeder is that's a pretty heavy statement.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a pretty heavy statement.
Dave, you're going to get
Thicken it up.
down.
Thicken it up, my friend.
Hey, listen, Tattoo Dave, I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty heavy, and to be honest with you, that's a pretty heavy statement. So, muckin' in Goldfield, we will speak with Wonderhussy in just a few minutes. And Robbie Robertson from the band passed away. We play one of his solo efforts as a bumper, and we play it every week on this show. So that saddens me. He was 80 years old, but that ain't old enough, my friends.
Nope.
Is it ever old enough? No. Never old enough. All right, a lot to get to, including the NFL dropping Lizzo from the Super Bowl halftime show next on Outlaw.
Stars, would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
I thought I was dreaming a few months ago, late at night, minding my own business, watching a replay of Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, and I see the number of views, and I'm thinking, okay, this is okay. We've only been doing this for a few months. And then the next day, I noticed that number of views diminished by many. Now, listen, I'm no mathematician, but when it comes to analytics, one thing I do understand: once a view establishes itself as a view, the view can then not vanish because it is a view of Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube or Rumble.com. We have not had this problem on Rumble. My point is, the next day, I checked it out again. It was diminished by several. So I thought, okay, maybe I was just drinking too much. And now fast forward to 2 days ago, I did the same damn thing and realized, no, this is not me.
I've noticed it.
It is YouTube taking away our views to keep us under a certain number.
Yeah.
They don't like our slice of Americana.
There's some people over YouTube that hate us.
It's not people, Mart. It's analytics.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
whoever that is, they put it into the system. We talk about this. Therefore, they do not want to promote us in any way, shape, or form, and they want to keep the white man down. And so I'm telling you from my heart, I know this is going on now. Will I let this get in my way? Absolutely not. Because it's like winning an election. You have to win as a someone on the right. You have to win by so much more than the Democrats have to win. You have to win so there's no gray area. So that's the way we plan on doing it with Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. It has to be such a force. So I guess if you like what we do, the way you can help is subscribe. And this entire commentary was not leading to this, but, subscribe to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and on Rumble.com, follow us if you wouldn't mind. I'm glad I got that off my chest. But I just know, because I truly was thinking, maybe it's just me, man. Maybe I was imagining these numbers.
I've seen it happen.
But they do that. Yeah. They do. They rip away numbers. I mean, how right is that? It ain't right.
No.
And I'm sure you mentioned this last week with the beef jerky. Whoever sent us that beef jerky.
Oh, the best.
That was so good. What I did is I had
the
a
greatest.
Bit,
yeah.
I put it in a plastic baggie and zipped it up. Can't find that son of a gun. Just disappeared on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't.
Is that like a nudge, wink, wink?
Dave.
What, Dave ate it?
No.
Good. No.
No, I was going to say, where's the rest of it? Because I'd like to have some.
I thought you grabbed. I didn't care. I thought you grabbed it.
No, I would never do that without telling you.
No, and I didn't either.
No, I know what the hell happened. I put it in the fridge. I put it in a Ziploc baggie. I had like 4 pieces. It was really good.
Then who the hell on
the
poker
beef
night?
jerk?
Wait a second. Mark C.G. Boyer. I think it was Mark C.G. Boyer.
I take the 5th.
Oh, it was.
He
Bingo.
did it.
All 5 pieces.
Hey, by the way, you see beef jerky in there, and it's up for grabs. And Mark C.G. Boyer, I think, with the fact that he brings a feast every Saturday to be barbecued.
He's entitled.
I think he is. Well, I hate to use the word entitled. That rubs me the wrong. It rubs me almost as bad as, I'm not going to lie.
Well, by the way, Matt,
to be honest with you.
I did bring some chicken, but I just bought 2 pieces with me.
Yeah, okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Enjoy?
Yeah, just 2 pieces.
You mean the way Mark C.G. Boyer
burgers.
brings only 2 burgers over to,
Yeah.
I find that really odd, man.
One of the comments last week was, did you ever think that he comes with 12 and eats 10 on the way over?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Mark to eat raw meat. I mean, if it's meat, because that he will not put a vegetable in his mouth unless, there's one vegetable.
Onion.
Yeah, he'll eat an onion. So that's nice. Okay, hey, Lizzo, I'm going to get to this. I know you're going to replay this so I don't talk over them singing. Oh, hey, nice. Lizzo being dropped from the Super Bowl halftime show. And Mick Fleetwood says he lost a restaurant. And I love this guy. In my opinion, Mick Fleetwood is one of those underrated drummers who is spot on. I love this guy. A lot to get to next hour, including Wonderhussy on Outlaw.
I'm man, oh machine, I'm just something in between. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm all love, a dynamo, so push the button and let me go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You want me to come alive, flick a switch in the overdrive. You and me could let it be ready. Fire, touchdown.
lovely listeners. This is Tattoo Dave, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Just wanted to send out our appreciation. Thank you for listening and watching. YouTube, Twitter, Rumble.com. We love you all. Keep it up. Keep listening. We look forward to it.
doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Our main event! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Dom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. It was lots of fun, guys. Be back 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, no wonder, Hussy. I think she's on a cell site, right, Tattoo
I would
Dave?
imagine it's going weird voicemail.
Okay, so but, you know, I promised you Wonder Hussy on the show today, because there are a couple questions I must ask her that I have not asked in the past. So, I promised you Wonder Hussy. We'll get to Wonder Hussy in a few minutes. I have just enough time to get into this. This may take the entire segment. But, by the way, and I will get into Lizzo being dropped from consideration from Super Bowl halftime. I don't get her. I'll tell you that. Maybe it's my age, but even when I was 19 years old,
it's not your age.
No, it's not, right?
She's not very talented.
So I don't get her.
You know what? I got to tell you.
I don't get her. Yeah.
In the beginning, when she first came out, it was respectable.
Okay.
That she came out looking the way she does.
No. Forget about that. Just talk about her music.
Well, yeah, it wasn't.
Did
that
you
great.
like it? Okay.
No. I don't like that kind of.
And then Mick Fleetwood in the news, and Kathy Griffin. Oh boy, I have some choice words for Kathy in just a few minutes. But let's get to this right now. This is the lovely Riley Gaines. You know all about her, the swimmer and the guy with the penis that said that he was a female. And I guess they tied. I thought he won, but they tied in that race, in that swim match. So this is Riley Gaines, the beautiful Riley Gaines, on the Bill Maher Show. Get ready to stop and start. Here we go.
I know you, or I don't know, but I think you voted for Trump.
The last election, correct.
Okay.
Pause. Yeah, see, Bill is so arrogant, you know, it's like, okay.
Like, what a dummy.
Yeah, okay. And by the way, Riley Gaines is no dummy.
No.
Continue.
Not in 26. Oh, you couldn't vote then.
I was too young.
And would you vote for?
That's how young she is.
Just a baby.
She's only 23 years old and smart as a whip. Continue.
Come again?
Depends on who's the Republican primary.
And pause for a second. Why is a whip smart? All right, continue.
Yeah, depending on, of course.
So, here's where we part company big time.
Okay.
But I've been preaching for years. You can hate Trump. You can't hate all the people who like him because it's half the country, and some of them are lovely people like you.
Pause. So now he's kissing Riley Gaines' ass.
And ours.
And ours. You're right, Tattoo Dave. But I'm not certain I'm buying this. I'm not certain I'm buying this because I've met Bill Maher. By the way, not a fan of cigars, but loves his pot. Continue.
And Trace Adkins
so lovely.
And Trace Adkins is here after you, and I love him. And I'm guessing he voted for Trump. I'd be very surprised if he didn't. Now, of course, you're voting for someone who's a traitor and an insurrectionist who tried to overthrow the government. That's your business. I just bring it up casually. But the point, what I'm getting at is, I feel like this movie that you're talking about, now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about Barbie and any other movie I haven't seen, but it just feels like it would be kind of an eye roll to me in the other way. I have no compunction about, as you just have seen the last 20 minutes, going after the woke when they're stupid. But I can't take that kind of, if it's about Christ and family and getting all misty about
what movie it is
barns and lighthouses.
None of that.
Get a boner
There's none of
and
that.
getting mad when football players kneel at a football game. You
None
can
of that.
shove that right up Ken's ass. I don't want that bullshit either.
There's none of that.
Speaking of Barbie, how was it, Matt?
I didn't see it, but I do have a critique. Continue.
The only biblical things even quoted in this movie is a Bible verse talking about, you're better off to put a millstone around your neck and drown in the lake than harm children.
Of course.
And they say God's children aren't for sale. So there's really not a lot of biblical. There's not a lot of exposing elites. I think you should watch it. I think you.
So it's about harming children? Oh, yes, it's about
human trafficking.
Human trafficking, which is a real thing.
Pause. You notice the way he's so flippant about that? He just sort of throws that, well, yeah, okay.
Which is a real thing.
Well, that's a real thing, but you know what he's saying by that? He's saying it's not that important.
Well, I don't really care.
No, and you know why he doesn't care? Because Bill Maher, and this is a fact, hates children. He hates children. I promise you. Yes, I'm on record. Bill Maher hates children. Continue.
And should be nonpartisan.
Yes, but your crowd, and QAnon, if you're in with them, I don't know, and again, still love you. But,
Pause.
These are...
Once again, if you're on the right and love America, then you must be one of those QAnon people.
Of course.
I'm not QAnon. I know Dave is not. My brother Mark C.G. Boyer, maybe. But because he's a nut.
Well, my subscription is still...
Your subscription is waiting to be confirmed. Okay, but the QAnon thing is, I'll tell you who is a QAnon, and God bless him, but he really pissed me off last Saturday at poker, Cato Kalin. He's one of those QAnon guys. So we're both on the same page politically, except he goes to the extreme.
Yes, he does.
Right?
Yes.
You know he's a QAnon guy.
Yes.
So Bill, we're not all, the vast majority, like, for example, KKK, there are only a handful of KKK members still in existence, created by the Democrats, by the way, and the Democrats.
By your party,
your party, Bill Maher. Continue.
Believe that the Democrats eat babies and are pedophiles.
Pause.
And I don't think you can.
So this is what he's saying. He's saying, so the QAnon folks, they think that the Democrats eat babies, and it goes back to the Jews, right? What was for years about the Jews, Mark?
I have no idea. We don't eat babies.
Okay. Oh, you don't eat babies. Okay. That's all I wanted to hear.
You have horns, though.
You do have horns.
We don't eat babies or pork.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, it's not
Because
Pick one.
if you eat babies, who are you going to fuck in 5 years? You know what I'm
That's so
saying?
true.
It's so true.
Okay.
You got to think these things through, Riley.
No.
Pause.
Have you ever been there?
No, Bill Maher, you should think things through. Why use the language with such a beautiful 23-year-old gal who you're trying to get under her skin? Continue.
Epstein's Island?
Epstein's Island.
I love this.
I wish my life had been that exciting.
Pause. I love how Riley Gaines said, so you've been to Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
I love that. Continue.
Or I could have been to Epstein's Island.
Maybe you're involved. No,
They
no,
did
I'm
say
kidding.
I was because they believe that people who wear red shoes, this is part of the QAnon thing. Red shoes is like our symbol that you're a pedophile, and they
Look, this
Is he saying he's QAnon then?
No.
He said our symbol.
No. That's what he's saying, that the QAnon people will label him as if you wear red shoes.
Right.
Continue.
Picture of me, like in the 80s, I did have a pair of they were kind of burgundy, but I think they tweaked it a little. It looked like I was wearing red shoes, and they were trying to say,
Look, that stuff is silly. And I have people all the time. I mean, the right, one thing we do have a lot of is conspiracists, right? Like, I mean, it's...
Glad you could admit that.
No, there are some people who are so silly in what they say. I get accused all the
You
time.
mess with the wacky weed?
I don't. That's all.
Is that a conservative thing, or you just don't
Pause.
like
Is that a conservative thing?
He's offering Riley Gaines a little wacky tobacco, a little marijuana. Now, because he would love to be in the headlines in the press for serving up a little marijuana and smoking it with Riley Gaines. You know, he gave it a shot. Fail, Bill. Continue.
It's just all the years of swimming, my lungs.
Right.
You know.
And you're an athlete. I'm a bad influence. My bad. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
You're just someone who goes
That
to
was
Jeffrey Epstein's
terrible.
Island.
That was terrible of me.
Anyways,
You
I get
don't mind
accused.
if I do it.
No. I get
said a lot of
accused all the
rednecks do
time. Okay, in college, where I went to University of Kentucky, right? We were the Wildcats. This
Of course
was
you
a
were.
symbol for Wildcat, and we did it all the time. Our basketball player. I mean, our
What is
whole.
the symbol?
It's this. Okay.
Oh, the white supremacist.
Pause. Let me show you the symbol for those of you watching us on YouTube and Rumble.com and the other sources on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. It's this. It's the AOK. It's the thumb and forefinger together, forming a zero, and then your other fingers up in the air. It's simply the AOK. Continue.
Okay, so we have a lot of pictures doing this. I shouldn't even do it because it'll get clipped and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a symbol we did at our university all of the time. And people will call me a white supremacist. They will say I've sold my soul to the devil. They will say I'm a part of this Illuminati. I'm like, y'all are crazy.
One of the things I hate about what the left does, they're not, liberals are about fixing things. These assholes are just about setting traps.
Pause.
Totally.
Really, the liberals were about fixing things? I mean, I want that to sink in. I want you to really suck that into your brain matter. So the liberals are about fixing things, not about creating distortions or infighting or making blacks and whites hate each other. It's not about that. It's about fixing things. Thank you for your help, Bill Maher. Go.
You can't have this. You know why? Because on my first Tonight Show, I got one of these from Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
And you're not going to take away that memory.
No.
And I don't think Johnny was saying, let's go to the Klan meeting after. Klan.
So you've been to Jeffrey Epstein's Island, and you're part of the KKK.
I have no idea what a good Johnny Carson impression that was.
Pause. By the way, because she's so young, she's not aware of Johnny Carson. Well, she's aware, but she doesn't know what a good. By the way, Bill, not a good Johnny Carson. Not even close.
Terrible.
Continue.
Because, what are you, 23?
23.
What a great age.
Oh, really, Bill?
You're very mature
Pause.
for 23.
By the way, is Bill Maher not perving on her?
Oh,
right? You know what's going on through his mind because I know what's going on through my mind while I'm watching her. What?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, continue.
You're very well spoken. Are you going to pursue activism now that you're you threw your clit into the pool on the
Pause.
on this?
I had to run this back 4 times.
You
to
asked
hear,
me, did he really just say that?
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
And what he said was the shortened version. I think I can say this on radio.
The full
clitoris, and he's saying this in front of this beautiful Riley Gaines. Obviously, he wants to get her riled. You don't do that.
That's disgusting.
You don't do that in front of a woman unless it's someone you've known for a long time and you're in the bedroom and it's dirty talk. That's a different thing.
You're talking to a 23-year-old young woman.
But you don't. But for him to say that shows his lack, Bill Maher's lack of class. And yes, I will tell him that when he's here on this show before the end of the year. Continue, please, Tattoo Dave.
Big issue.
So I graduated with my degree in human health sciences and health law, and had every intent upon graduation to go to dental school.
From Georgia.
Kentucky. Same thing, right?
Jimmy Carter.
Pause. You love that? Yeah. She says same thing, right? Because you people on the left, you view us, the flyover states, as the same damn hillbillies. Yep. You're all the same. Continue.
Gilligan's Island.
It's all the rest of us. Just the rest of us. Yes. Had every intent on going to dental school. Actually, what I wanted to do was be an endodontist, which is someone who does root canals.
So you don't have to go to like medical school first?
By the way, the only crutch I heard her say was actually, and it wasn't really a crutch because she's using it properly, meaning interest. Yeah, surprisingly, I wanted to go to dental school. So see, I didn't notice one crutch. She didn't say not one time, I'm not going to lie, or to be honest with you.
One. She said,
She's, okay, continue.
No, dental school.
It's its own thing.
It's its own
How
thing.
many years is it?
4.
4 years.
And then
I bet you could learn it all in 6 months.
Pause. Yeah. Now, here's something I agree with Bill Maher. We agree on about 70% of stuff. Go.
Like what you actually...
phonies. They just want money. This is like Big Pharma, but in school.
Don't get me started on
maybe, hey, we have an administration, though. Maybe, no, it'll be free. No loans.
But higher education is such a scam in this country.
Well,
they do. They charge you just because they want the money and to keep you around.
Of course.
And what they learn, if they learn anything, I mean, all they do now is turn out these America-hating, I hate to sound like one of you people, but it's
what
so
are you
true.
People?
One of us people.
It's just, they have turned these kids into, I just read this story that like 70% of Gen Z, the question was, is America worse than ever or worse than 50 years ago? And I think most of them said, it was either one or the other, maybe both for some of the questions, but definitely they thought it was worse than it was 50 years ago, which is just preposterous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
just ignorant. You know, it's just ignorant. And the fact that the parents don't slap their little brats and say, you know what, can I tell you how things, because that's what my upbringing was.
Oh, he wants to slap them here, but he doesn't care when they're being indoctrinated.
Yeah.
Trafficked.
And they're okay then.
Yeah, but he is talking about the universities indoctrinating. Isn't that interesting coming from Bill Maher? But he is talking about it. Go.
Maybe it was too much back then. It was a lot of, you know, oh, you're crying? I'll give you something to cry about. Why, when I was a kid, bread was a nickel, you know.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that. We could use a little more of that.
I agree.
He does hate kids.
Oh, he hates kids.
We have, and this goes back to, you know, the movies and stuff we were just discussing, whether that's Barbie or Sound of Freedom. We've just lost this sense of masculinity.
Yep.
And we've deemed masculinity as toxic and bad and undesirable. But I think we need masculine men.
Not in my hot tub, baby.
That's amazing to hear her say something like that.
No. By the way, did you say amazing? No, amazing is childbirth.
Right, okay.
But I appreciate...
Spectacular.
It was spectacular. Well, no, it wasn't. You would expect that from a Riley Gaines. I mean, she wants a masculine man. And I think most women do. They will profess to... the exact opposite of that notion, but they want a masculine man.
Yeah, they want to feel safe.
Riley Gaines, protect him. You're right, Mark. Go.
There's nothing wrong with it there. Let me tell you, we do not demonize it.
We need masculine men. We need men.
Bill's a bit creepy.
We need men to protect and provide, which is
protect and
provide. Oh, wow.
What we were. I mean, that's.
Well, you're a tough cookie. I don't think you need any man to protect and provide.
Good
for
point.
You.
Well.
Do you?
I want a man to provide for me.
I
right?
love that.
I mean, that's
beautiful woman.
I'm married. I've got a phenomenal husband. I'm very fortunate.
But you don't need him.
23.
You love him, but you don't need him.
I think man and woman work hand in hand.
Well, that's different.
At University of Pennsylvania, which is where Thomas went, they won't even refer
By the way,
to
talking about
freshmen
talking about Leah Thomas, that was the man that competed against this lovely woman, Riley Gaines, in a swim match, a meet, whatever the hell you call it, competition. And the guy friggin' tied her, and he had the fact that, that he only tied her.
And they decided to give the trophy to him.
Yeah, of course, because that's correct in this day and age.
That's what pissed her off.
Continue.
Freshmen, because it's gender exclusive to women.
You can't say freshmen.
They have called them, they now say first years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
You can't call them freshmen anymore.
My thing, I said it once on my show, like, when you're doing stuff that sounds like it's in the Onion, stop. When you're doing stuff that sounds like a guy is parodying you, making fun of you, like this Atlantic article it's like, it reads like something that is a joke, and they're not joking. And again, I got to go back to bad parenting. I just think this is all because parents just treat their kids like little geniuses. Not all parents, but a certain type of parent.
I agree with Bill.
I don't know. My heart is usually with the Democrats, but then they just have become so different than, like I keep saying, traditional liberals, so they just make it hard.
And what do you think?
But it's not a hard choice when the other side does not believe in democracy and is in love with the sociopath that you like. But, again, that's your deal.
Okay, so who did you vote for last election?
Biden.
Duh.
There was two choices. Who do you think I voted for?
I guess.
I voted for the sane guy, imperfect but not
so this next election.
Insane psychopath. Yes, that was my crazy choice. The one who accepts the outcome of elections. That's the one I voted for.
Okay, that is a major downfall of Trump's.
When you talk about masculinity, what could be less masculine than not accepting defeat? Just being a little fucking pouty, sore loser who can't say, yeah, you know what?
I don't know. How about Al Gore? Didn't accept that defeat. How about
Hillary Clinton?
How about Hillary Clinton, who, by the way, is one of my favorite men? Continue.
Don't win them all.
Trump is not
Sometimes you lose them. You don't win them all. But as a man, I just own up to that and say, you know what, I'll get him next time, instead of just lying and pretending you won something
Is that right, Bill?
at the expense
Would you
of the
say
country.
that if Trump won? Would you think he'd
Trump
be saying this?
I have endorsed for president in 2024. First of all.
Okay.
I'll
take that small victory.
He has had a lot of his true colors shine, I think, in terms of, and again, I do still like Trump.
That was like a courtroom drama with a lawyer trying to get them to break down on the stand.
I do still like Trump, and by
you were
golly,
there that night.
and by golly, I would vote for Trump over Biden.
By golly,
I love that.
And if
you would, Trump over Biden, Donald Trump,
Donald J. Trump over Joe Biden.
How do you think he'd do in the pool? He's got a body like a melting porta potty.
I saw a picture of Biden today at the beach, and the same could be said.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I could take them both. We could have a relay.
Wait a second.
Me, you, Trump, Biden.
Biden's not fat.
He's old, so I don't think I don't think Biden is necessarily fat.
Little fat shaming from Bill.
No, he's got a very. If you didn't see how old he was.
So you went to Epstein's Island with Biden. That's what you did.
Oh, that's a bunch of malarkey.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That was a sex act we got involved in. Malarkey.
Okay.
He's a psychopath who won't concede elections. Again, you're a real man.
Okay, so do you believe the election was entirely...
let me ask you something.
Okay.
Have you ever lost a race where you lost the race and you knew you lost, not to someone with a penis, you lost a legitimate race.
Real woman, okay.
And you got out of the pool and went, this is rigged. I won this race.
Pause.
People know it.
Pause. What a stupid argument.
Apples and oranges.
What a stupid argument.
Wow.
Yeah,
this is about time. This is about exact time. Right, Tattoo Dave? What a stupid friggin' argument.
Yeah.
Does this not show that Bill ain't the smartest guy in the room? Continue.
A lot of people are saying it, and I won the race. I think everybody knows that. It was rigged. Would you do that?
You're pretty good at impressions.
Bad argument.
I'm really not.
No, he's not.
No, I would never do that.
Okay.
Which is one of his downfalls, right? And we've seen, I mean, that whole thing needs to be dropped. But do you believe
Agreed.
the election was entirely...
Yes.
Not only do I, it's not a belief.
Okay.
It has been vetted by
Here we go.
Republicans,
Have you
by every Secretary of State. It went to the courts. It went through every organ of government.
So
there
you
was not
think
a shred
the
of
state of
evidence.
Pennsylvania
Okay,
really
no.
nominated...
You know what? Let's not get into the weeds on the 2020
Oh, yeah,
election.
you don't like it,
No,
do you,
no.
Bill?
Oh, he wants to get into the weed.
Yeah, go. Yeah, right.
I
the
won't do-
midterms now.
Oh, the midterms. Okay.
Fetterman.
Fetterman, yes.
You think...
No. Should be a senator? No.
No, I don't even think...
He's not up to it.
No.
Of course. That's
course
okay.
not.
So what? What is
No, but I'm saying I don't... Like, the hope in my heart is that people in Pennsylvania... I mean, I can't believe that election was not rigged.
Okay, but
in some
but the
capacity.
stakes are not comparable. This is Pennsylvania.
She wants to think that
Pennsylvania
people aren't
doesn't
that stupid.
negotiate with Putin.
Hey, Matt, we need to go to break.
No, we don't. Continue.
Okay. The other thing is America, the whole country and the presidency. So yeah, John Fetterman shouldn't be the senator, and it has nothing to do with this other giant elephant in the room called not believing in democracy.
But it does when it relays how it pertains to election integrity. And I don't think we as a country are...
The only election integrity problem is Trump saying the election was rigged.
Here we go.
Your own Republicans in all these states are the ones who certified these
trying to
elections.
get up
Both
against the
sides have the monitors. Both sides are all eyes on this all the time. And the people who do these elections are generally not trying to hide anything.
Oh,
or
is that
fake
right?
anybody.
Is that right?
It's one of the last things we're actually doing okay in this country. We actually are counting.
Pause. How much more time on this?
9 minutes.
9 minutes more?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here's the deal. Bill, you're 100% full of friggin' crap.
God.
Because your douchebag won and Trump lost.
Did he?
And well, therein lies the problem. And Bill, it's not even thinly veiled how much of a friggin' ridiculous notion this is that you throw out there that, oh yes, no, the elections are completely fair. Well, yes, because your guy won. I couldn't do that. Is Bill Maher really that smart? All right, we'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
We stand for fun. We stand for great cigars. We stand for the perfect martini. And we stand for the American flag. We are Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Here he comes, man. 80 years old. Great Robbie Robertson from the band. And if you don't know the band, you do know some of their songs. Let's pay a little homage. Let's hear this song. I love this song. It's a great song, man.
I was stranded on the fault line.
80 years old. God rest your soul.
I got wasted on the moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
Too far gone. I was walking in the sundown.
Great song.
I was heading for the breakdown. When you're sleeping on the cold ground.
Yep.
Too far gone.
And then the money shot. So good.
There was a cloud hanging over me.
Day.
And something just reached out and grabbed a hold of me.
And then here, little cascade.
Inside of the belly of the whale.
Little loud there, Dave. Bring it down a little.
Somebody going down tonight. I said, boys, he don't live here no more. He don't live here no more.
Right? Good song, man.
Yeah, great song.
You turned me on to the band.
Keep going. I love this.
I was moving in the fast lane.
Robbie deserves it, man.
And I was only trying to kill the pain. Too far gone.
Just great production.
I was running on a red light. Always looking for a street.
I think Michael Hutchins took a little bit of this stuff, man. In Excess.
Right? No, this came after.
Oh, it did?
Too far gone. When you're waiting for the axe to drop.
I hear the comparison, Marty, though.
You hear it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So bad, you couldn't
And then right here, this is so gorgeous.
inside of the belly of the whale. Outside they was beating on the door. Somebody's going down tonight. I said, boys, he don't live here no more. He don't live here no more.
Tasty. Right?
Little Spanish guitar.
Oh, so tasty.
Nice.
This is one of my fave songs, man. Yes!
That is real nice. Ooh. Is he playing guitar also?
Yeah, listen to the acoustic.
Yeah. Sweet, man.
And then bring it back.
Inside of the belly of
What a great driving song.
they was beating on the door.
Trucker song, yeah.
Somebody's going down tonight. I said, boys, he don't live here no more. He don't live here no more. You don't live here no more.
Tasty.
Very, very nice.
First time we ever played that entire song on the show. We use it as a bumper every week.
They gave me chills, man.
Robbie Robertson, man. Wow. God bless you. 80 years old. You brought some great music to our ears over many, many years.
Rest in peace, my
Yep,
friend.
rest in peace.
Good American. Rest in peace, my friend. Robbie Robertson. I mean, truly one of rock and roll's greatest songwriters. I mean, he really, really was the guy. And the group that he was with, the band, you know, they only really had two hits.
Yeah.
They had a semi-hit with the song that drove Old Dixie down. But they didn't have the major hit with that song. It was What's Her Name, who then remade it and had the huge hit. But it was, Drove Old Dixie Down, that classic.
Reba McEntire?
All right, stop.
Okay.
This was way before Reba McEntire.
I know. I just had to say her name because I love her so much.
But no. This was a hippie chick. But
Janis Joplin.
No.
All right, I'm gonna quit.
No. But God bless you, man. God bless you. Where the hell did I put my notes?
Linda Ronstadt.
No,
okay, I'm done.
Okay, hold on a second. So here's the bottom line on Lizzo. They were contemplating putting old Lizzo halftime at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And now because of all the crapola in her life and all the accusations from employees saying that she's not just a biggin, but a
sexually harassing.
Yeah, big old sexual harasser. The NFL Insider told the Daily Mail, and by the way, the only place we get the facts these days is from across the effing pond. The Daily Mail gets everything right.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
The public response to the allegations has prompted the organization to immediately drop Lizzo from Super Bowl contention, having previously put her name in the mix as one of the front runners for this upcoming Super Bowl in 2024. Talks of Lizzo being part of the halftime festivities and maybe even performing the national anthem are dead now. And by the way, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's good for all of us. Isn't that the greatest thing ever? We don't have to think about Lizzo at friggin' halftime.
How about Kid Rock for the halftime show?
That would be so great.
Oh, Kid Rock. Even bring back those old bastards, the Stones. I got no problem. Or how about a reunion with Paul McCartney and Wings? How about that, huh? Would that not be massive?
Matt, Joan Baez.
Yeah, she did. Dixie
Down.
Driving Dixie
And Mark,
Down.
am I wrong? I think Kid Rock did a Super Bowl halftime one time.
I think the Stones did.
But no, they did, of course.
Yeah.
But in this day and age,
They wouldn't have Kid up there.
Kid Rock. Oh no, politically completely incorrect.
Listener Lowdown wants to see a Wonderhussy get into the mud fight with Lizzo.
Is that right? Yeah. Hey, by the way, that would be good.
Ooh.
Well, it would be good and bad because it would be good as a spectator. You'd enjoy the festivities.
Well,
it'd be bad because we would lose Wonderhussy because she'd be dead.
She'd drown in the mud.
No, she'd be dead. Yeah.
She's pretty wily though. She'd
I wouldn't count her out. I'm sorry.
She'd scamper around and stay away from that big.
Listener Holloway says, "Is Wonderhussy a no-show again?"
No.
We're getting her.
We're getting that friggin' Wonder Broad on this show. You bet your ass.
From Mitch, wouldn't say where he was.
She's not ghosting us 2 weeks in a row.
No, from Mitch, wouldn't say where he was. Is Marty trans? Has to be the way he is when he has tantrums when Matt picks on her. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so you would like not to answer that, Mark?
Yeah, I just,
All right,
have a good day, man. You keep on wondering.
All right.
It's all right.
Another source told the outlet.
I want to be a woman.
Another source told the outlet that Lizzo's team is desperately trying to come up with a strategy to save her sinking ship. It's becoming more and more difficult with more people coming forth accusing her of extremely inappropriate acts. The music industry individual said that Lizzo's been sued by 3 former tour dancers who allege the pop star engaged in abusive behavior toward them, including forcing them to attend a strip club show and touch some of the performers. One dancer also alleged that Lizzo, who has championed her own obesity as beautiful and empowering, fat shamed her after she gained weight.
Oh, yeah.
Lizzo fat shamed one of her employees.
Give it up for yourself.
Is that not the epitome of irony?
Oh, God.
The singer has publicly denied the allegations. Now, listen, I want to believe they're true because I'm not a fan of Lizzo. But more than that, I love the truth. So please let the truth come out. You know where we've been on Kevin Spacey. We have believed that Kevin Spacey was not raping these a-holes who wanted a gig, and so they're entering his hotel room. Why?
Willingly.
We know willingly, of course. We know why. And they're pissed that they don't get a gig. We have been on Kevin Spacey's side since day effing one.
The
Why?
whole
Why?
way.
Because it's the right thing to do. And
now they have something more to be pissed about.
Well, but the thing is, it's not simply because it's the right thing, but also because Kevin is a great actor.
He's great.
He is.
But he's one of those great actors who but we did the math on this, and it didn't make any sense. When it doesn't make sense, such as the America, okay. Now I got how do you find that? Punch and dumb, because now I open up that can of worms. This is the gift that never. It's dumb. It's dumb. South Carolina. S.O. Carolina. If you punch in dumb, you'll.
Recent polls
Here we
have
go.
shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the
Gotta hear
U.S.
this.
on a world map.
Such as.
Why do you think this is?
I personally believe
I love this guy.
that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like
Pause for a
South
second.
Africa-
She makes a true statement. Some people in the Americans, some people such as don't have maps, right? Not everyone has a map.
That's very true.
Almost nobody has one anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
So those throwing this lovely woman who was a contestant for Miss America under the bus, she makes a true statement and she gets all kinds of crap for it. Do you have a map, Mart?
Oh, no. I have my phone. I have GPS.
I don't have a map either.
Yeah.
I still have my Thomas guide.
So,
do you really?
Yeah, well, when I started my job, it was all Thomas guides back then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So, by the way, you know what? Gun to my head, Matt. Read a Thomas guide.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm dead.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
Just blow my brains out. Continue.
and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
The
And
Iraq?
I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries. So we will be able to build up our future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I love her.
She is, you know what?
Miss South Carolina, man. I love her. I love that gal.
That's the kind of chick I want.
Oh, God.
I think that's the kind of chick everybody wants.
Well, you mean dumb and hot?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you said?
Well, kind of, I guess.
So by the way, when it comes to Lizzo, it started with 3 of her employees, her running mates on the tour. Now 6 more individuals have come forward claiming they were also mistreated by Lizzo. They worked for Lizzo's reality show. Watch out for the Big Grrrr, GRRLS on Amazon Prime Video. By the way, I have Amazon Prime Video. Somehow, I was not enticed to watch it. Somehow, I had no interest. But instead, I watch a really bad Clint Eastwood movie. And once again, I need to say this because I love Clint Eastwood. But my God, The Mule is a good movie compared to...
I can't believe that.
Say Macho to
Cry
Me.
Macho.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Say Macho to me.
Yeah, say Macho to me. The music industry appears to be distancing itself from Lizzo. Oh, no kidding. What
boy.
was it, Beyonce last week at a concert? Where she was supposed to be giving homage and accolades.
And
to
even
Lizzo.
with her name flashing in the screen in the back, she ignored it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Organizers of the Made in America Festival announced that the annual event, which was to feature Lizzo as a headliner, has been canceled due to what they described as... I just love the press. As severe circumstances outside of production control.
That's awesome.
The severity
That's awesome.
of this gal, why do you keep starting it again? Come on, man, let's rock and roll. Anyway, Lizzo, I'd say big dummy, but she's making millions, and I'm making pennies, but I'm doing what I love on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
This is Outlaw Radio.
Oh, yeah. One of my faves, man. Love this song. And then I realized it was shot outside the Magic Castle at 7001 Franklin Avenue in the hills of Hollywood. What a great song, man. I love the percussion in Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is so tight. It is so tight. And Mick Fleetwood does things in an interesting way. Understated, doesn't overplay, but just spot on, like a metronome.
Yeah, never overfills.
No, ever.
Yeah. And they did a lot of the stuff like live to tape instead of just separate.
Oh yeah,
bass track. Blah, blah. They did live to tape. Which
why? Because
awesome.
they're a real band.
That's the way you do it.
Fleetwood Mac is a real band.
Yeah.
God rest Christine McVie's soul, man. You talk about a mainstay with that incredible voice. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Mick Fleetwood lost a restaurant in the Hawaii wildfires, and I was thinking about Mick when all this crap came down.
In Maui?
Yeah, and I thought about Mick because I saw this thing on TV a few years ago with Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar.
They're good buddies.
And Mick Fleetwood at Mick's restaurant bar. And I thought, man, that Mick Fleetwood, he's a guy I'd love to sit down, I would say, and have an ale with, but I'm not really a beer drinker. He can drink his ale. Who knows what the hell Mick Fleetwood drinks?
Yeah, he drinks anything he wants.
Yeah, yes, because, you know, a successful guy like this, but I've never heard a bad thing, much like B.J. Thomas. I know it's a weird comparison, but much like B.J. Thomas, I've never heard a bad word said about Mick Fleetwood. So I've always looked at him as one of those nice guys. And he had a little restaurant there in Maui. And he absolutely destroyed
Have
in
you
the
seen any of the
wildfire.
footage?
Oh, it's devastating, man.
Horrendous.
What I mean,
So we were
Maui-
talking about it on Poker Wednesday
Yeah,
night.
and we're talking about our buddy Rick, and you asked the most cognizant, friggin' salient question. Well, you're still going to go there? Because Rick said, well, yeah, I'm going in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever the hell. And Rick said, oh, yeah, I love Maui. And I'm thinking, and aren't you thinking the same thing? What the? Are you nuts?
Yeah, I mean, well.
I like this comment about where he was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
The other side of the island, where he's not bothered by
right, Mark.
But he's still going to fly into Hawaii.
But you know that the other side of the island, of course, will be a part of this.
Yes.
You know, and even the governor, I think today, went on record as saying, listen, we're not expecting a lot of tourists, and if you do have a booking here,
stay home.
Maybe stay home.
Yeah, because you know what? All the people that are affected by this on that side of the island are going to have to go to the other side of the island.
Well, and they're also helping.
Yeah,
you know
my prayers and thoughts are with the.
You
devastating.
bet.
Is
Robert Hayes?
When we talked about it on Wednesday night, there were 6 people confirmed dead on Wednesday night. Now there's over 130.
Yeah, no, it's a ton. And no, our buddy Robert Hayes from Airplane 1 and 2. No, he's not on Maui. Otherwise, I would have had him on the phone today talking about this. Yeah. But Maui, the Lahaina community. I mean, just home for decades for Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah.
And which is why he loved it. And so, okay, I'll build a damn restaurant. And he said, on behalf of myself and my family, I share my heartfelt thoughts and prayers for the people of Maui.
God bless.
We are committed to supporting the community and those affected by this disaster in the days, months, and years to come. Yeah, I mean, so many confirmed dead.
What happened? What started the fire?
Thousands of people have been forced to evacuate Maui.
High winds.
Lahaina, I don't know if you know this, but it is a historic city on the island's west coast. And Governor Josh Green said the wildfires, which began, almost a week ago, will likely be considered the worst natural disaster in the state's history.
Wow.
The cause of the blazes, high winds, but it's still unknown what caused,
what spark flew.
Yeah.
Well,
but
there's a bunch of volcanic rock around there.
terrible. Let's go out.
Take us out with Mick.
Let's go out with this song. But God bless you, Mick Fleetwood. God bless those who lost their lives in Maui. And thank you to you lovely people who are helping the others.
Hey, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
At the Lightning Lounge.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
At the Lightning Lounge.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
All right, still on lock tattoo day with old Wonderhussy.
No luck. I'm guessing she's out of reception, but I'm not making it.
Okay. I'm going to make you this promise. Now, I can't promise this on terrestrial radio stations, the greatest stations throughout the land who carry Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. What's up?
Speaking of, we got a new one in Pennsylvania.
Oh, we do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who's listening there?
Steven in Pennsylvania, or Thomas, I'm sorry. Thomas says, forget Lizzo and Wonderhussy. I say Matt and his brother, trans brother, get into the ring. The dude in the rabbit ears can handle the betting action.
All right.
That would be Mark C.G. Boyer. If you want to see,
I'm taking bets.
if you want to see that rabbit-eared guy, which by the way, I'm not certain why you would, but we are available now at Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. You got to punch it in exactly like that. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and on Rumble.com and on Twitter.
Abbott from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, says kudos.
Yeah.
Yep.
To what? Oh, that was it?
I think kudos to the show.
Oh, well, okay. Well, thank you, bud.
God bless you, brother.
Somebody else, I'm not sure, said his brother bitch slapping Matt wouldn't be much of a match. I'm out.
Now wait a second. What does that mean?
I guess he thinks Marty's a bitch.
Or is he? I sort of took that as he could take me.
No, I think he said it wouldn't be much of a fight.
Wow,
that's what I'm getting.
I don't know. Mark's pretty tough.
Well, they think I'm a transvestite.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? Embrace it. Embrace it.
I'll be wearing lipstick next week.
I want to be a woman.
By the way, I mean, your career will shoot upwards.
Oh man, it's big.
If you're a trans, oh my God.
I can just write a crappy song. It's going to hit.
Oh, God bless you. Yeah. Hey, here's what I forgot last hour. Here's what I meant to promise you. I'm staying on the air on our YouTube feed and on our Rumble until we get Wonderhussy. So we are staying. We are staying. We're keeping this.
I didn't bring a change of clothes.
No. We're going. Okay, I promise you.
Bucket back there,
we're
Dave?
staying at least an hour longer, if that's what it takes to get Wonderhussy on this show, because I promised you, and so I am a stick-to-itiveness guy, and I promised you that. And that little Wonder Wench, what the hell is she up to? Do you think she's ghosting us because of our politics? I don't think so.
No, of course not.
No, she wouldn't do that.
No,
she loves America.
Excuse me, not a chance.
Yeah.
No, not WH.
It's not even Loves America. She's been with us for so long now. It's
Okay, I mentioned one movie that you should watch, the Burt Reynolds movie, The Last Movie Star. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It works.
Who played his assistant? Wasn't it?
Oh, you mean the
girl,
the little chick who turns out. By the way, in one scene though, I would have directed her a little better because I just didn't get the emotion from her. In one scene, see, here I am nitpicking again, but that's what I do, man. But there was one scene. But it turns out that, and I thought it would turn out that they would be friends, and so I shouldn't give up the ghost, but, you see it coming.
How was Bert's performance?
How was what? Bert?
Bert's performance.
Bert was none better. None better.
Who's Bruce?
It was
Bert.
Bert Reynolds was spot on,
Bruce is my
beautiful.
friend.
Yes,
Ariel Winter.
Okay.
Ariel Winter. Has she become something?
I don't think so, but I just remember liking her.
And by the way, I believe that she hasn't become something because
you've never heard of her.
I know, because I saw this scene and it's like, any great actor could really get into this. Like I could eat that scene up, and it's not that I'm some thespian, but we're all thespians. We're all actors on a stage.
But I'm just an actor.
We're a stuntman in a movie, playing a stuntman in a movie. Who will find you amongst all those people?
Peter O'Toole, man.
The great Peter O'Toole.
I want to be a woman.
I want to be a woman.
Yeah. This is another movie that I'm not recommending, but I watched about a third of it. I fell asleep. And then I want to know what the hell happened. So at 4 a.m, I started again because this had to be a big blockbuster. They had to spend an S-load of money on this movie named Babylon.
Oh, awful.
Right?
Is that Brad Pitt?
Right, Mark?
Yeah.
Did you go to the theater to see it?
No, it was on streaming.
And it's like
it's Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah, and you want to like it, right? Because it's set, in the 30s, right before the talkies, and Brad Pitt is this big movie star, silent movie star, and then the transition happens, and he's lost and loses everything.
So it's bad?
And eventually shoots himself in the head in a hotel room. Okay. If you like showbiz, and I love showbiz, I recommend watching it. But is it a great movie? No.
It's no Fight Club.
If you want a Clint Eastwood movie,
Get on the mic, Mark.
you probably haven't seen. It's Mystic River.
I've seen it.
It's brilliant. But
Great movie.
but Clint's not in it. So you say it's a Clint. It's directed.
directed by Eastwood.
Yes, and by the way, yes, brilliant.
That is a great movie.
Because Clint Eastwood is a brilliant director.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
But no. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Did you curse him?
Mm-mm.
Hey, Kathy Griffin is at it again.
Oh, the Eternal Victim.
She is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she was born a victim. She will always be a victim, and we are a victim if we happen to be in her audience watching her comedy. Yeah, we are the victim. Let's before I get to this latest Kathy Griffin. God, I can't stand this broad. Punch up Kathy on that little device in front of you, Tattoo Dave, Kathy.
Is that how you spell it?
Well, it could be C, which is why I'm trying to simplify this.
Okay.
Look up Kathy, and then this is she a few years ago talking about Trump and her holding the severed, bloody head of Trump and how she's the victim. She's not the perpetrator. She's no perp.
I remember
She's not being nasty by holding up the severed head of Donald Trump. But this is what went down afterwards. Go.
I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. He's a bully. I've dealt with older white guys trying to keep me down my whole life, my whole career.
Of course you have.
I love what I do. I love making people laugh more than
Pause. So never an older black guy. Just never? Because they're not in the power mode over you. It just so happened. I bet if you fact check, I bet if you really, really friggin' dialed down on this, she's lying through her teeth. Because a Kathy Griffin lies like you and I drink bourbon or water or coffee.
Oh, that's a lot.
And smoke a cigar. Continue.
in the world. And I have learned over the years that sometimes when you do stand-up, Sometimes people want, a joke that's out there. And
Pause. No, sometimes people want a joke that's funny, Kathy.
Just want a joke.
Yeah,
she goes, I love making people laugh. We'll try it.
Yeah, that's sort of what we're looking for. We're looking for a joke that's funny there, Kath.
It's hard to make you laugh when you talk about both sides.
May
of
I
the
call you Kath? Not that I truly need your permission.
Catheter.
Kath or cat?
Yeah. May I call you idiot stick? Okay, I just did. What's your pronoun? Idiot stick. Continue.
Crazy. So regarding the image that I participated in, that
Pause.
apology.
By the way, I participated in.
No, she did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it. And maybe it was someone else's idea. Who cares?
She wasn't sitting in a writer's room. We all participated.
No, but it doesn't matter that it was someone else's idea.
Yeah.
No, you didn't participate. You were the one, Kathy, no talent Griffin. I really, truly mean
no talent.
Yeah, if we're talking about females in the business with talent, Carol Burnett. What a talent.
There's no comparison.
What a brilliant talent. Now,
Lucille Ball?
I don't know. Oh, my God. I don't know. Well, I know Lucille's politics, but I don't know a Carol Burnett's politics. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And Kathy, it's probably this whole severed head bit was the only thing that revived her effing no career because she had no career.
She was off the map.
Continue.
Absolutely stands. I feel horrible. But I just wanted to say...
Pause. Once again, that's a lie.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't feel horrible about holding the severed head of Donald Trump.
She feels horrible about the backlash.
Yes, about the backlash. She doesn't feel horrible. See, if these folks on the left didn't have two sides of their mouth, they couldn't speak.
It's hard to make you laugh when you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
They could. It's true. They couldn't speak. Go.
If you don't stand up, you get run over. And what's happening to me has never happened, ever, in the history of this great country, which is that a sitting president of the United States and his grown children and the First Lady are I feel personally, trying to ruin my life forever. Forever. I'm going to be honest, he broke me. He broke me.
He broke you.
You broke you.
She brought it on herself.
By the way, Wonderhussy just checked.
And then I was like, no, this isn't
No, continue.
right. It's just not right. And I apologize because that was the right thing to do and I meant it.
No, you
I'm
didn't.
teasing the president because this is America and you shouldn't have to die for it. The death threats that I'm getting
Tell our service people
are
that.
constant.
Yeah,
and
come on, yeah.
Right.
They are detailed and they're
you shouldn't have
serious
to die
and they're
for it.
Yeah.
specific.
They
and
do
today
every
it's
day.
me, and tomorrow it could be you.
And now, with Round the Clock Update.
Oh, shut up, Kathy. Shut up.
Good night.
A text just came in. Wonderhussy, sorry, I didn't have a signal, which means
she might now.
She now has a signal, but just wait a few minutes because I want to give her the proper segment.
I am so happy because we don't have to stay in here for an extra hour.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. But old Wonderhussy did check in, and I knew she didn't have a say. See, the one thing for you Wonderhussy fans, and I do recommend you check out her stuff on YouTube.
By the way, apparently there's a lot of our listeners that do.
Well, she is one of those beautiful, brilliant, articulate, lovely ladies who lets it all hang out. She'll talk about everything and anything, and I love her dearly for that. So we will get to her in the next segment.
And physically lets it all hang out, and I love that about her.
You already said literally, Mark.
Why, and physically.
Mitch,
Okay.
Mitch, our listener Mitch says, I bet Robert Hayes or Ryan Stiles calls in before Wonderhussy does.
Well, Bobby might. Ryan, no.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were wrong.
Yeah. What? Kathy Griffin posts a photo of Jack Smith holding Donald Trump's severed head. And I love the way they refer to her as comedian Kathy Griffin. That is so sweet. Yeah. No, that is beautiful.
That's her pronoun.
Yeah. She shared a photoshopped image of prosecution. And by the way, so she was so sorry about the last one, right? Right? She was so sorry. She went on record and she said, I meant that sincerely.
Yeah.
And of course, I called her out because she's a liar. because these people are liars. They will not tell you the truth. Our president lying through his teeth.
Oh, I don't even think they're his teeth.
And you notice I didn't say the name because I don't want the analytics on YouTube to screw with us. This image of prosecutor Jack Smith holding a severed head of former President Donald Trump, it came from Kathy Griffin. It took Griffin's infamous 2017 photo, featured her holding this bloodied head of President Trump, replaced the faces with Jack Smith and a stunned Trump, lending to its more farcical appearance. I saw this thing. It's like, wow, what? What? This is funny? See, I got a feeling Kathy Griffin wouldn't know funny if it bit her on her friggin' nose. Jack Smith has brought 2 indictments against Trump. One for his alleged mishandling of classified documents, which is ridiculous, at Mar-a-Lago, and the other for his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Both of these charges effing bull S. Griffin posted the photo after she said she has an extreme case of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, that arose. How about you?
CPSD.
Yeah.
CPTSD.
How about you, our service men and women who truly do suffer from this?
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Is she not making fun and light of you?
And those that died for our country.
Just ridiculous.
Hey, Matt, J. Jenkins from Florida wants to know why you give so much airtime to people you allegedly hate.
Well, allegedly?
I don't think that's allegedly either, but
no. I dislike. I don't hate
anybody.
I try not. Well, Ryan Seacrest, there, there's a gray area. But I don't hate anyone.
What part of
and
Florida
why do we have to give them airtime? Because they are in the news.
That's correct.
And there are people that we don't agree with because what's his name again?
This is Jay Jenkins from Florida.
Because, Mr. Jenkins, we love America, and these folks seem to not be big fans of the United States. And that's why.
There you go.
Love it or hate it, but that's why.
Keep listening,
Jenkins.
and you'll understand.
I put this effect on because it kind of shows how I'm feeling, Griffin said in this post. Griffin said she didn't know if Instagram would be the appropriate place to bear her thoughts on the matters and decided to share for the good of others. I've been diagnosed with complex PTSD and for the last year and a half have been plagued with terrifying panic attacks, she said.
God.
Sometimes they last a few hours, or more typically, they last at least a full day, if not multiple days in a row. I feel silly even telling you this because I always thought PTSD was just for veterans and stuff.
And
stuff. Kathy,
this sounds stupid.
S. Griffin.
Stupid a-hole.
During my attacks, I typically vomit quite a bit and often have to go to the ER. Yeah, of course you do. You're the same idiot stick that went to ER because, of course, you tested positive for the big C, right? For the big C that ends with a D.
Yeah.
And if you want to know why the hospitals were overrun, it's because of the lemmings in our society, which are most, unfortunately. I could be speaking to one right now who believe the insanity, the crap about this quote-unquote virus, this flu. And so everyone checked into the hospital because they thought it was dire. When in the past, when you simply got the old flu-a-roo, you felt crappy for a few days and went on along with your life, but you didn't check in to the hospital, and that's why the hospitals were overrun. And Kathy Griffin is that same sort of effing, yes, sky is falling idiot.
Yep.
Griffin said in a TikTok video that she had an 8-hour panic attack. I had a freaking 8-hour attack yesterday. 8 hours of freaking writhing in pain in the bed, she said. I felt like one might be coming on, so I started to feel a little iffy. So I'm on my walk now, which is helpful. Sometimes her panic attacks have tremendous effects on her physically. It hits me in my chest first, like my chest starts to tingle. By the way, we're not uncaring people here, but we do call out Bull S.
Yeah.
And this is BS from this no talent. You know, find me a clip of her that's funny, and I will take back her unfunniness.
And when I feel a panic...
Mark C.G. Boyer, you are an aficionado of stand-ups.
Yes.
Is she funny?
No.
Okay.
Did you just say no?
No. Kathy Griffin told ABC News Nightline in 2021 she struggled with drug addiction. Okay. And contemplated suicide. All right. So what you're saying is you're simply an unstable idiot stick. You're unstable. And her 2017 photo that featured her holding a severed head from then President Trump was all because of that. Because you're unstable. To be told by my people in my own industry, it's over, leave the country for 5 years. You've shamed our industry, on and on. Who would those people be? I mean, honest to God, who really told her that? I'm not buying any of this. I'm not buying any of this from Kathy, liar, pants on fire. I doubt her hair is even red. Now, I don't know.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what, it might be red by Cracky. And so I got to the point where I kind of agreed, like maybe it's time for me to go. But she didn't. She didn't leave.
I got some advice for her.
So last election cycle, Griffin stumped heavily for Democrats, even going as far as to say that civil war would erupt if Republicans won the midterm elections. If you don't want a civil war, vote for Democrats in November.
Oh, my.
If you do want a civil war, vote Republican. She tweeted that in September.
Wow.
In a later tweet, Griffin responded to Breitbart News reporter Christina Wong and denied, and by the way, two Wongs don't necessarily make a right.
That's right.
And denied that she was threatening violence. Yes, I'm 12. You guys, the MAGA blue checks are at it again because they're constantly threatening civil war. They're now trying
We're threatening civil war?
Yeah, oh yeah. They're now they're trying to suggest that I am the one who is threatening a civil war because, you know, that's my thing, she added. In 2020, Griffin also advocated for physical violence against Trump by suggesting that someone used a syringe on him with the air inside. I remember that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's a potentially lethal act.
It's an embolus.
Most of the time it is.
That would
deadly.
be killing someone.
Yeah.
Syringe with nothing but air inside would do the trick. And then she said, F Trump, but she used the word F you. And then, yeah, that's what she tweeted. That's what the lovely PTSD Kathy F. and No Talent Griffin friggin' went on record as saying. And by the way,
it's CPTSD because hers is more complex.
Oh yeah. Of course, well, of course it is. Yeah.
Can you imagine he's got, you know?
And by the way, if she wanted to be on this show, I promise you this. I promise you this from my heart. I would give her a fair shake.
Sure.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that at the end of the show, we would leave friends. She would still hate me, but she'd pretend to be my friend.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't do the same.
She would cut your head off. And she'd have you in a picture severed head.
I wouldn't do the same with her, though. If I didn't like her, I'd tell her that. I'd say, I don't like you, but I certainly respect that you took the time to be with us in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. And she'd say, 1876? Isn't that when the whites hated the blacks? Because it's all about that, right?
Yeah.
It's all about that. Kathy Griffin. So if I'm wrong about her, if she is funny, you know, send me something. Send me something. Prove me wrong. I like to be proven wrong. Especially when it's about the facts. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you'll cop to it.
Hey, my old buddy Woody Harrelson breaks with Hollywood elites to endorse Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for president. Did I not say a few months ago that this man would be a force? I'm right about this. Not one to boast. You know I'm not boastful. We'll be this after back on YouTube and Rumble.com, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and the greatest stations.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a slowly hotel suite. The journey's long.
Hey guys, Tattoo Dave, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Just wanted to say thanks. We appreciate you all listening. Great radio stations, Wisconsin, Florida, Colorado, everywhere. You guys are great. Watching us on YouTube, Twitter, Rumble.com. We appreciate you. Please tell your friends. Keep watching. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
is rated number 1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
So this dude, Woody Harrelson, was on the pier of Santa Monica with me back in 1989 on my radio show here in Los Angeles, local little radio station, KISS FM. And he was playing guitar on my afternoon show. And I found him more than an affable dude, man. And to this day, regardless of his politics, I always liked the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Always liked him.
He's always stoned, which makes him very happy all the time.
Yeah,
That is 100% true.
Yeah, he's pretty stoned.
Even Willie Nelson.
I know from personal experience.
Well, he's not hanging with the Hollywood elites because he's endorsing Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for president. Now, not one to boast, I said that this man was going to make some headway, and even those who are on the fence, who would never vote for Biden, who are big Trump fans, I had this conversation a couple days ago with a friend of mine. Said, so what do you think of Robert F. Kennedy? Now, when you're posed with that question, you know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
They're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You see, those would be the undecideds who might go with a Robert F. Kennedy. Now, would he be better than Biden? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone would.
Now, well, I wouldn't say anyone would, but yes, because I'm not certain he's in lockstep. But as my buddy John Albee says, well, he's still one of them. Yeah. He's still one of them. And it's true, which is why I certainly can't endorse this man. But he was right about the COVID stuff. He was right about the vaccine stuff. And that's bringing a lot of those folks who have sense into his fold. So old Woody Harrelson, who played the dimwit on Cheers,
Mm-hmm.
and then went on to become really a great movie star.
Oh, God.
I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
So he's broken from fellow Hollywood leftists to endorse Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr., which is a bold move. And, I mean, you know, he had to think about, does this imperil my career, man? Because that is a bold move. You've got to be lockstep with Biden or you're sort of out. But he just, and I guess it goes back to that time with him in '89. I'm a fairly good judge of character, not one to boast once again. And I thought this was a pretty good dude. I appreciate someone with their own friggin' mind. And, you know, it seems like he wants to stay employed, but he said he's, you know, doing the right thing in his opinion.
If you haven't seen the movie Zombieland,
oh, it's both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them. Brilliant. I mean, brilliant. You couldn't cast a better guy to star in that movie. Everyone in Zombieland 1 and 2.
Oh, I love them both.
They are the best.
Yeah.
They are the best movie. Have you seen those, Mark?
Yes, I have. They're good.
Yeah, they're funny as hell, man.
You know, it's hard to believe, though, out of all the movies he's done,
that I brought up
Marty brought those.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, those are the lingering thoughts in my mind. I love those movies. He wore a Kennedy 2024 hat, and he posed with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s wife, Curb Your Enthusiasm actress Cheryl Hines, who I love that broad. I love her. Who posted the photo to her Instagram profile. Great seeing your Woody, she wrote.
All right, a little scatological. But...
wait a moment. And by the way, it's not scatological. See, scatological is poo-poo pee-pee.
Right. Oh.
This is not scatological in any way.
Innuendo.
This is simply innuendo. This is simply sexual. No, I read this wrong. She said, "Great seeing you, Woody." So yeah, that's my fault. Yeah,
okay.
That's my fault. That's what Cheryl.
Well,
you're bad.
That's what Cheryl Hines wrote on her Instagram. Woody Harrelson has been an outspoken critic of the pharmaceutical industry as well as COVID vaccine mandates, using his February hosting appearance on NBC's Saturday Night Live. I was going to ask, does anybody watch that? But I know there's one man in this room that continues to, Mark C.G. Boyer.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I still watch it. It's funny.
It's so funny. It makes me laugh. It turns my frown upside down. But did you see the one where Woody hosted?
Yes.
Yeah, and did you like him?
He's fine. The show is not
did
fun.
you like him publicly airing his beliefs?
I could care less.
So he was skewering pharmaceutical companies as drug cartels.
Couldn't care less.
By the way, they could be. I'm not a big fan of the pharmaceuticals. I'm not a big fan. But is SNL the right place to do that?
No. Yeah, not the right
Isn't it
platform.
supposed to be funny? Or aren't we trying to get away from life and enjoy life for about 90 minutes? I know that has been impossible for the last many years of SNL. Yeah, but anyway.
I'm with him on the big farm. Look, man.
No, of course. I know.
It is crazy.
It's a scam. It's a scam-a-lama ding-dong.
It's just a bunch of crap.
You know, Trump was on board with that. He was kicking some ass, it seems.
Yeah.
There are things that the liberals do that I think, what effing idiots. And then there's also conservative ideology that strikes me as odd. I consider myself really an anarchist, he recently told Esquire. All right. Good for you, Woody. I can buy that. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. hasn't been shy about his criticisms, of course, Big Pharma, and he was right. He was right, as we were. Oh, I got to say it again. Not one to boast on this show. I have been consistent since day one on this C thing that ends with a D, this flu.
19.
I never took a day off from this show. You can go back. Never missed a day of this show when many of my poker playing buddies wouldn't show up for poker because they were scared. I knew what this was from day one.
I'm still amazed.
Mark C.G. Boyer.
That the germaphobe in the group is the one who got us back together.
Who was that? Cato Kalin, who finally had enough, but we had to play outside. But that's fine.
And
yeah,
they're
it's
still
true.
wearing masks.
And he is. Cato is the germaphobe. You know, he won't shake your hand. He just does the fist bump.
Oh, he hugs me sometimes.
Which I don't even buy that.
That's because you're a trans.
I am an anarchist. Yeah.
Other celebrities who've endorsed Kennedy Jr. include Alicia Silverstone. She's the one with that odd sort of lip thing going on.
Clueless.
Sexy
I love her. Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
And you may not have heard this part. SNL alum Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider, who, you know, see, I like the guys and gals who are pragmatists, and Rob Schneider is one of them. So he's been pigeonholed as this Republican right-wing guy over the last several years. I knew he wasn't. I know that he's simply a pragmatist who loves America.
Like his boss, Adam Sandler, in the same way.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Who wants the best for America. Yeah. So I don't mind them endorsing Kennedy Jr. If we have to be stuck,
with a Democrat.
And please tell us we don't, because America is way too fine a country. But if we do have to be stuck up the arse with a Democrat, may it be this Kennedy Jr. dude. Yeah. And you know he has the Kennedy name, so that's fun. That'll make
gonna help him.
Well, that'll make all the Democrats a little moist, you know, right off the bat.
Hey man, I gotta say, a foreman at work said the same thing you said. Last week he said Joe Biden is not running again.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't want to modify it yet because I said that he would take his hat out of the ring in September. Yep. And I stick with that. However, the Democrats are so scared of what could happen if they throw anyone else in there that they could prop this guy up. But you watch what comes down in the next week. Mark my words. P.S. I haven't been wrong yet about my proclamations. Watch what comes down in the next week, and watch our friggin' piece of S governor of California.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watch,
Make his announcement.
Watch, no, not an announcement, but watch his face in the forefront. He's going to be all over you. Mark my words.
Can I just call you Nostradamus?
What? I'm telling you.
I know. I just
not one to boast, but you watch. This man's face will be stuffed up your, you know,
analytics.
Your Wonderhussy.
You know, up your Wonderhussy.
Up your bonus hole.
Library of Congress deeply apologizes. Used incorrect pronouns for gay romance novels. Non-binary author. The Library of Congress publicly apologized for not using they or them pronouns when referring to author Casey McQuiston.
Those dirty bastards.
Whose queer male-on-male romance novel Red, White, and Royal Blue has been turned into an Amazon movie. This week, the Library of Congress hosted a talk with Casey McQuiston tied to Amazon's release of the gay romantic comedy. While promoting the event, the federal organization referred to McQuiston as she, since the author is a biological female, and they are deeply sorry.
Very
so
rare.
sorry.
They are deeply sorry. Pronouns. How friggin' elitist are these idiots
Disgusting.
to expect us to call them by their preferred pronouns? Isn't that going a little too far?
You know.
Because I don't even ask you to call me Magic Matt. Call me Bastard. Call
Ray
me
J.
Matt. Call me Ray J. You don't have to call me Johnson. You don't have to. But why? But how friggin' presumptuous of these a-holes to expect you to call them by what they prefer. Wait,
How dare you?
What sort of friggin' BS is this?
I love you, Magic Matt. Hey, Matt, you know what? My daughter was just in town. I'll say this. Her and I were sitting on the couch the time we were here because we were gone every day doing something. So we're sitting on the couch.
Well, you did some karaoke, didn't you?
We did some karaoke in the living room. Then we went to my buddy Rick's. He goes, why go to a bar? He goes, dude, I got 3 microphones.
Yeah.
I got surround sound.
Yeah.
I got everything. So we went over to his
We got
house.
liquor here.
Oh, we got everything. Pool table.
We got
hot tub.
beds. You don't have to
Everything.
drive drunk.
Crash.
Stripper pole.
Does he have a stripper pole?
No.
Well,
But,
he should.
Yeah, of course.
He
But
should.
Anyway, so we're sitting on the couch one day. I forget what day it was, but Matt sent me an email, and he said,
I forget what day.
and he said, well, yeah, I don't know what day it was. They were just stringing together. But anyway, so Matt sent me an email, said, I think you can show this to your daughter. Because my daughter, you know, she's, whatever. She's a
I don't
smart
recall
thinker.
this. So what was it I
So
said?
you said she could probably listen to this or watch this. And it
Oh,
was
no,
the
no,
episode
no.
of Wonderhussy talking about the bonus
Yeah,
hole.
and by the way, it was simply one of our podcasts, and you can find any of our podcasts by punching in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. And we're on every podcast.
Yeah, so I
every podcast forum.
This was Spotify, so I played it for her.
Yeah.
The entire thing with Wonderhussy talking about the bonus hole. And my daughter looked at me, she goes, really? She goes, I don't give an S. I have a vagina. I don't have a frickin' bonus hole.
Yeah.
And this is my daughter talking that way.
Yeah,
she got really upset.
Yeah, but what's important, Mart, what gives this a little salience is that she is not on the right. See, that's what makes sense of this.
Yeah.
She's not on the right.
Yeah.
So she's had like a Bill
had enough.
like a Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Like I would say a majority of Democrats, they're only walking in lockstep because they don't want to be out of favor with their fellow Democrats.
Yes.
But they would wish, these folks would wish that you just stop this crap.
Yeah. Oh,
this LGBTQ, this, let's call it a bonus hole instead of a vagina because we don't want to offend
My
those
daughter was disgusted with
who,
it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she was.
Right. And by the way, I don't think I've ever heard my daughter utter the word vagina. I don't want to hear that.
I didn't either, but
not from my daughter.
Whatever.
Give it up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't want to hear it.
It creeped me out a little bit.
But I love that. I love that your daughter, who is a school teacher, You know, so at least she's not totally one of them. You know, she's not totally one of them.
No.
You know?
No.
She's pragmatic. Although, you know, I'm telling you, she ain't voting for Trump.
Well, let me tell you something, though.
And that's a problem.
We were at my son's house in Hollywood.
Who, by the way, big lefty,
No,
yes.
but he said, Jackie, can you really say that Biden? She goes, oh, I can't stand, even my friends, we can't stand that a-hole.
Can your son, he said, can you really say what?
Can you really vote for this guy again? Could you feel good? She goes, no, wait, we can't stand this a-hole. That's all she said.
But they will.
She won't.
She won't. Or they'll throw their vote down a rat hole, like my Uncle Dick in Northern Nevada, who, by the way, he's a Republican and doesn't know it, or at least a conservative. He owns about 25 guns.
I told her to give me his guns the other
He
night.
believes in personal freedom. You know, I mean, my God. Stop your friggin' infancy. You know, it's time to understand those Democrats are long gone.
Bye-bye.
We'll be this after back.
Now we return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
For those of you listening to us on great radio stations, the following does not apply to you.
We got winners.
Well, this part does. We got losers,
Chain
smokers and boozers. We got hussies.
We don't have
Where
hussies.
the hell is a Wonderhussy?
Hussy.
Yeah.
And the girls next door dress up
Like movie stars. I always want to say Eskimos there.
I love this bar.
Hey, and by the way, we thank you for loving this bar. 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar.
God bless you guys.
In the hills of Southern California, in the San Fernando Valley, we smoke, we drink, we interrupt here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. If you haven't subscribed to us yet on YouTube, come on. I think it takes a second. Or on rumble.com, simply follow us. And I promised you this, and this is why I said it doesn't apply to the great radio stations. I am going to stay here and continue attempting to get Wonderhussy on with us because I promised you.
I'm going to be out in the pool. Will you let me know when she shows
up?
up?
But this will be on YouTube and rumble.com only, and I'll be here. So I will hang in here because she has a lot of splaining to do. Lady Gaga's dad, angry migrants are ruining his fancy New York City neighborhood.
Uh-oh.
Joe Germanata, who also happens to be Lady Gaga's 66-year-old dad, is angry over a migrant surge that's ruining his precious Upper West Side neighborhood. And here we have more proof that Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, this was a brilliant decision to ship these illegals in the thousands to blue cities like New York.
Yay.
It really was. I mean, it was brilliant.
Yep. Bus them over
New
there.
York City smugly declared itself a sanctuary city. Abbott, who is dealing with his fraudulency, Joe Biden opening the border, said, okay, if you want him, you got him. And he sent him. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper to hand these illegals a bus pass or a plane ticket than to house them. It's off to these smug sanctuary cities they go. And you know, the mayor of New York declared, was it last week, 2 weeks ago? We're not a sanctuary city anymore. About 6 weeks ago, the city quietly and quickly transformed the Stratford Arms Hotel. I mean, it's a hotel in Midtown Manhattan, a residence for American Musical and Dramatic Academy. They gave it to migrants and homeless people.
I love this dude in Texas.
And it was a stealth operation.
Yeah.
They were bussed in the middle of the night. Like when they flew into Westchester, they didn't want anybody to know what was going on. This is Germanata, who is the father of Lady Gaga, saying this. He said, my God, they're ruining this town. So the 500 migrants living in that dormitory there, and Germanata complains that's when all the mayhem began. He added hookers are coming and going in the mornings. You see prostitutes come, and usually that was only reserved for those on 10th Avenue. Oh yeah, that was a fun sight to see. Yeah. The worst part at night, the noise, he whined. It starts about 10 o'clock and goes until 4 in the morning. He says girls as young as 14 are getting catcalled. They're guests in our neighborhood. But he adds, I don't mind having them here. I don't mind having them here. Question mark. And then he laughed. Suck on it, pal. This is what happens when you import the third world, not to improve your country with the brightest and most ambitious, but simply offer the wealthy, cheaper households help, deliver slaves to big corporations, and replace the Americans you don't like. What other reason could there be? He said, blah, ha, ha, ha. Keep voting Democrat, dummies. That's Lady Gaga's father.
Beautiful.
Lady Gaga's father. And I'm certain Lady Gaga is most likely not happy about this.
No. Daddy, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, what he's doing is, Lady Gaga, the reason you had meals on your table and you had a place to live is because Daddy had a fine business in Manhattan. And it couldn't happen today because of the crap that is going on. I was going to get, and I just don't have enough time, I was going to get to the Barbie movie, and Bill Maher is calling it preachy, man-hating, zombie lies about the patriarchy. I got a feeling if I saw the movie, I'd probably agree, but I said I'd see the movie this week, didn't have time, didn't find the time to see Barbie, but next week, perhaps. I thank you for being there, man. From the bottom of my bottom and my heart, thank you for knowing the truth and knowing that we're not full of bull S. And we're going to hang in there, but not on the great terrestrial stations. Thanks, Tattoo Dave, my brother Mark.
10.
Mark C.G. Boyer.
10.
Our HR man, Billy Dilly, our Marine. Hoorah!
And thank you, Mary, too.
And lovely Mary from upstate New York. I'll be Magic Matt. And don't forget, all the pieces. Bumblebees can't fly.
Let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. I believe in live and let live. We're all free to each their own. If you were born a he, but wanna be a she, do your thing, leave my kids alone. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. We send them off to college to get them educated. They send them back to us indoctrinated. And how much are we paying? I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense is the direction that I'm leaning. Some of y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. Yeah, what you're thinking.
Yeah, little Jason Aldean. Okay, so this is one of those rarities.
After Hours.
No, it's the after show.
After Hours.
I created that. I created the concept of the after show, and then Hugh Hewitt stole that from me.
Hugh Hewitt's a douchebag, by the way.
Yeah, he's not one of my favorite guys.
I don't like that dude.
He says he's a friggin' conservative.
Nah.
But yet I think it's more important to him to be at the cocktail parties in D.C. You know, he used to live in Orange County here in Southern California.
Yeah.
And then he moved to D.C. when he took over, what's his name? And I don't mean to, I can't think of his name, but good man.
Hugh
took over his show. And it's like, Hugh...
just a whiny little...
Yeah, but not really conservative, full frontal.
No.
You know, he's a rhino. You know what he is? He's a rhino.
I've had my vaccines, and everybody should get them.
Yeah,
you know,
right. He's a friggin' rhino.
Yeah, he went on that rampage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody says. It was good for me and my family.
Yeah,
everybody
okay,
should do it.
Good. And eat meat, right?
Good, Hugh.
You know, and what's your problem with salmon? You know, I love meat. Yeah. I love steaks, but get the meat. He does this commercial where he's talking about, get the meat. Well, no, I mean...
Fish is meat.
Well, of course it is, but fish is good. Salmon is good. Yeah. I love salmon. I made
a good salmon.
I think my favorite fish is Chilean sea bass.
Oh, yum.
Oh, I love
I'm not
that.
a fish guy, but that's a fish I'll eat.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Well,
okay.
man, I made a pretty good salmon.
It was gorgeous. It was the best. It was the best. And you got just enough so the three of us could have a thimbleful.
what are you talking about? You left some, man. I said, this is yours. The rest of it.
Nah, yeah, but I didn't believe you.
The three of you.
Me, him, and my daughter.
Yeah,
your daughter was still here last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took her back Tuesday.
Yeah.
We went to Knollwood Golf Course, the country club.
Today's Saturday.
It's very.
But by the way, speaking of Knollwood, this this area in which I reside for the last several years, if I had a realtor back in '89 when I came out here to do afternoon drive for Kiss FM from Z100 New York, if I had someone who really gave an S about me, I would have bought a place up in the hills behind me, and it would be paid off. For years ago, it would have been paid off because I would have been able to buy this gorgeous joint for probably $250,000.
Right now, anything up there is over.
Oh, it's way over,
like towards $2 million.
It's million.
Yeah.
But the '89, I could have bought. Instead, I buy a house in Encino for like $700,000. '89. Are you doing the math?
Oh yeah.
This is 1989. I could have bought a house up there behind me in Knollwood, 200 to maybe 250, right? And I'd own it. There was a joint when Lori Downey Jr., our former producer here before Tattoo Dave came in and cleared up things.
Oh. Did he clean house?
He did. Well, he's a former bouncer on Sunset Boulevard.
He cleaned house.
All the friggin' rock clubs, man.
Yeah. I think he bounced me.
The Tattoo Dave Show.
I get it in there once, huh?
Well, by the way, I think we're into the Tattoo Dave Show.
Nice.
The after show, now officially, the Tattoo Dave Show.
It's your portion. As Howard, our ex-person here, Howard Lapidus would say, it's my portion. It's your portion of the show.
Yeah,
I'm not going to stake claim, but thank you.
But and Howard Lapidus, God rest your soul, bud. Yeah, I do miss him.
I do miss him too.
He was a lover of radio. He was Dr. Drew Pinsky's manager.
Yeah.
Good man. But the older you get, the more people you lose, and that's simply the way it is.
Oh.
And do you cry over it? No. I mean,
Sure
I
you
cried.
do. Sure
I
you do.
cried. Well, a little bit in the beginning. I cried over Milt Larson's death. That hit me harder than anything I think in my life. Yeah. Well, except my first dog, Toby, when I was 10 years old. And it was my Aunt Sharon who, and it only came out.
His head in the door.
Yeah, only came out years after because they kept it quiet. And I get that. I appreciate Mom and Dad, I think, for keeping it quiet. They just said that the dog ran away.
Well, here's it.
Right? You remember that, right?
So
That's nice.
Matt and I wake up in the morning. We live in a place called Washougal, Washington, which is borderline Oregon. It's like right on the other side of the bridge.
It's beautiful area.
Right? The Washougal River.
If you can stand the effing rain.
I was just going to say, it rains way too much.
But it's beautiful area. We were up in the mountain.
We had 4 acres on the top of this mountain. And so Matt and I wake up. Toby's not around. Our little Maltese.
Yeah.
Our little white
love this
little
dog.
boy that we love. Right?
This dog.
And Mom and Dad go, hey, we got something to tell you. Toby's gone. And
gone.
What?
What happened?
So Dad took me to the river, and he's like, hey, I just
tried to drown you.
Yeah, I started crying, and so.
So you're saying Dad was not a success.
So years later, we found out Mom, Dad, my aunt, and uncle went out one night, got all drunk, and
that wasn't the night they took off their clothes.
I don't know.
I'm asking.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't think
so.
So.
But they didn't get nude. But they thought it. Well, that's what. You hear differently?
No,
because
it was not a good sight to see with that Sharon.
No. But you want to see Mom and Dad naked?
Well, no.
I'd rather see Aunt Sharon naked than Mom and Dad.
And Uncle Don, maybe.
I'm sensing CPTSD.
So, Dave, check this out. Years later, we find out, finally they come, not even that long ago, I guess.
Well, 20, 30, whatever, but it was a few
They got
years.
back from a drunk night. Toby comes running out. My Aunt Sharon slammed his head into the
my son of a bitch,
car
man.
door.
That would have killed me.
Well, it was for the best. They saved you. They saved you
Yeah,
some feelings.
yeah.
They spared you some feelings.
Yeah, but
You're
but
right.
but I will tell you this, Dave. It didn't spare me because I lost my dog, regardless.
I hear you.
And that's why I never, ever had a dog until Lori Downey Jr. came into my life, 16 years ago, and she had 3 dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I love dogs. But talk about PTSD, EIO. That friggin' took its toll.
Scarred you.
And I said, I don't ever want this. I don't want to feel this ever again in my life.
Well, guess what? I just found a new one. I found a new one that I'm going to bring here and then bring back 2 days later. No. Next one I
here we
bring-
go.
No, next one I bring back, Dave, is Sting.
Round and round we go.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
So I'll tell you a story. I've had dogs my whole life, and of
Well,
course,
you brought your beautiful little shit over here.
Oh, yeah.
And I do. Oh, love this. And this is like the most sought after dog.
Yeah,
Right.
He is. Yeah, he in particular is
But
very
what-
rare as far as the French bulldogs go.
Yeah, it's a rare French bulldog.
Yeah, his coloring is very rare. He's called Chocolate Merle.
Yeah.
And
He looks like a tiger.
needless to say, yeah.
By
very
the way,
expensive.
I would have named him Chocolate Merle Haggard if
Yeah, well-
if it were my dog.
If you see him from behind and you look at his ears, Gizmo is the gremlin on.
And by the way, I love the name. I love the name Gizmo.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's very fitting for
Where did that come from?
The movie.
The movie.
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
Gizmo was the main
love
gremlin.
that.
When if you saw him as a little teeny pup, his ears sticking out in the back, looked like Gizmo the gremlin. That's why
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, though, back to I had a Boston Terrier, which were similar
Love those.
to Frenchies.
Yeah.
I had big dogs my whole life, and then my ex finally couldn't stand the big dog. He, drooled and messy, blah blah blah. So I went to a small dog.
A lot like my ex-wife.
Yeah, mine too. But anyway,
By the
I had
way,
him for 18
by the
years.
way, I need to go on record because I have a beautiful daughter. I didn't mean that. My ex-wife didn't drool at the time. I don't know if she does now. All right?
Saved.
Okay.
Saved.
I think mine does.
Anyway, my Boston Terrier of 18 years, Thanksgiving 3 years ago, drowned.
Oh!
Yeah, he fell in the river in Arizona, deep frying turkeys. He was in the backyard, and he drowned. And he was 18 and he was on his way out anyway, but it was horrifying.
18's a lot.
I know, but you can't justify a drowning by saying, it was almost dead.
Yeah, but Mom,
It was horrible, man.
Matt,
It
my
was-
point is, 14 is long.
Yeah. He was 18, man. He was long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went into a pet shop when they still had dogs in pet shops, and sat in a little bin. They had all the puppies running around, and this guy came and just crawled into my lap and went to sleep.
Oh.
I said, "Okay, I'll take him."
When they do that,
Yeah.
You know
Are you
what
talking about the dog?
Oh no.
No.
What I'm
Wonderhussy.
Oh, yeah. Who I tried again, and it's just straight to voicemail.
What I'm looking for now, Dave, and
I wonder if she's getting backlash for our politics.
no, Matt.
I can't imagine her ever
She's
doing
out of
that.
No, she wouldn't.
I don't even know why. It's way past
Because I'm paranoid because of YouTube's analytics.
No,
it's not that. She's answering you.
But I would never, and she did. But I would never ever do anything to take money away from Wonderhussy.
Matt, at this time,
because I love her so much.
You guys are good friends. You know each other for a long time.
Well, no, not a long time.
Okay,
a couple years.
Okay, but let me tell you something. That's one thing. She doesn't give a crap about. Stuff
Well,
like
she
that.
does stuff like that. You're opening your.
Yeah, but she does. But she does give a crap about making a buck
Well,
to
yeah.
making ends meet.
But
she's got to eat.
Well, no, I know.
No,
she's got to go to her.
And by the way, I owe her a Bloody Mary because when she was here, she brings this up every time I talk to her. That you owe me a Bloody Mary. You promised me a Bloody Mary on Sunday. I didn't serve her a Bloody Mary because I thought that our conversation would last, on that Sunday morning, would last a few minutes, and then she'd be on her way. And I know she doesn't drive drunk, so I didn't do it. But it ended up it was 4 hours.
Yeah,
she and I talking.
You guys woke me up, man. I came out.
I mean, son of a bitch, man. But what a good friggin' gal. I mean, I love her. I love her dearly.
So do I.
Yeah, she's one of the good ones. I'm calling her right now.
Even though she's ghosting us.
Yeah, it's straight
She's
to
not
voicemail.
ghosting us.
I think she is.
Why would she after being online with us?
Did you say
so many numerous times?
Did you say would I?
Yeah, peg leg.
Peg leg.
Would I?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna try her on my phone.
Yeah.
Cause this is getting friggin' old.
I haven't texted her. I'm trying to call you, but it's going to voicemail.
Billy's out there burning cooking the chicken.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
We gotta eat, man. We gotta eat. I'm telling you, she's just in bad reception. And she's
no.
lucky to text
I mean,
you.
she had the wherewithal to text me a few minutes ago.
And you just gotta, you gotta tell our listeners and our fans, hey man, next week for sure.
I promise.
Not gonna, but I'm not gonna sit here for. Are you, Dave?
No.
No.
I didn't bring a change of clothes. I told you.
Yeah, we gotta be out soon. I will give you a 5-gallon bucket to pee in though, if you want it.
I'll pee in your pool.
Okay.
Unless you have that blue stuff.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, the reception's bad, and that's what's happening.
Yeah. Don't overthink that, man.
I'm not buying it.
No. But man, she's in freaking Bodie, man. Come on.
Yeah, but that was only supposed to last until like 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Well, then obviously the whole way out, she's having bad troubles too.
Well, yeah, I mean, in that neck of the woods, for
deep
those
in the canyons, there's
for those of you who don't know this area, it's the 395, and if you were to head to northern Nevada from where we are here in Southern California, you'd either jump on the Little Rock, go through
15,
Little Rock,
15, Pear Blossom, the 15.
Well, Pear Blossom, or you go the 210 and you hit the 15. No, not to Northern Nevada. No,
you can do that.
No,
Vegas.
No, that's Vegas.
Yeah.
No, what
Victorville.
What you do is you go. You don't go Victorville. You go the 395. You eventually get on the old 395, and that's where Bodie is, right off the 395.
Yeah,
which is basically Death Valley.
Oh,
but I mean, it's
Cold
Cold Valley. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah, it's weird, Dave. I don't think of Bodie as Death Valley.
It's not.
But it's it's not.
It's
real.
a Sierra.
It's the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's
Sierra Nevadas.
It's all desert.
Yeah, where I'm going with it's in the canyons. It's
right.
Deep hills. There's no cell towers up there.
Yeah.
No, there aren't. I mean, there really aren't. But I mean, from there, I'm trying to think of that town you hit on the way to Northern Nevada, which is it is a really cool little town. And that town,
Beef jerky town?
I believe, no, it's not the beef jerky place, but I believe it's where Sarah Jane Woodall, aka Wonderhussy, says has the greatest. It's not chili cheese fries, but it's what is it she loves? She loves but it's something like that. And in this, what is that town? It's in between.
Is that the place you took me to that bar? That
No, I never. No, we've never been on 395
yeah, we
together.
Have. Me, you, Mary, and Abraham. Yes, we sure were.
Where were we going?
To Uncle Dick's.
You talking about Minden?
No,
no. We're still in California.
No, yeah. Because Minden, by the way, love Minden, love Gardnerville.
Yeah.
Minden, Gardnerville, sister cities. But that's where it becomes. You're finally off 395.
Matt, we stopped in Topaz and had frickin' prime rib.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gambled, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, that used to be the greatest bargain and
Topaz.
incredible and the best prime rib you've ever had.
You see Lake Topaz? It's huge,
the
Dave.
Topaz Lodge. Yeah, tremendous. No, the town. Oh God, between Bodie and it's a sort of an odd name on the 395, which. The river is on your right side, but it's.
I know what you're talking about. I do.
But it's in a valley.
Yeah.
It's in a valley. It's a really cool town. My former producer Lori and I had gorgeous Bloody Marys at this old hotel there. That's been around since late 1800s.
That's where you took me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stopped there. You're like, we got to get to. Yeah, we started there.
Great joint.
Of course, we continued.
But what the hell is the name of that town?
I don't know.
Well, I've had some
Bishop.
No, Bishop is way before all that. Bishop is the last quote unquote big town.
Yeah.
Before
They have a Carl's Jr. there in Bishop.
No, they got a bunch of. It's the last big town before you hit. Really, Reno, if you're on the 395.
Oh, yeah.
It's the last big town.
Well, Topaz is after that, but yeah, that's
Topaz is nothing.
That's border.
Topaz is simply the Topaz Lodge.
Yeah.
What the hell? Are you looking it up, Dave?
Trying.
Yeah, what the hell is that town?
I'm getting sweaty and hot. I'm leaving.
My publicist, Mike Venema, years ago, because I was so overpaying him. Can you imagine? Okay, I've never talked about this. Imagine this. In 1989, I am making so much money that I am able to pay a publicist $2,000 a month. Yes. Mike Venema, and I didn't even see this. I didn't even understand this. Of course he wants to keep me on as a client because I'm probably the highest paying client he's ever had. So he sends me and now Ellen K, who does a morning show at KOST, Ellen K, who is the sidekick to Rick Dees, Ellen K and I, a free weekend at his lovely lodge in this town. I'm 10 miles outside near the lake from this town, and we simply can't come up with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find it.
Wow.
I'm out. Love you guys.
It's like the only town in between, like Bodie and the big town.
Dave, put me on camera for a minute.
My apologies, man. I don't know if Wonderhussy is ghosting us.
She's not. You got to quit saying that.
It's not who she is.
No.
But she does want to keep food on the table.
I'm telling you, she's been with us for so long. She's out of reception, and she already told you that. Too.
Very weird, man. Very, very friggin' weird.
Bye, guys.
Really weird.
They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw a line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm saying, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. much are we paying? I'm just saying. Have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying. Where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense. The direction that I'm leaning. Some of y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying what you're thinking. Yeah, what you're thinking. They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know
I'm not giving up. I'll be back in about 7 minutes.
but I'm just saying what you're thinking. I believe in live and let live. We're all free to each their own. If you were born a he, but wanna be a she, do your thing, but leave my kids alone. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. We send them off to college to get them educated. They send them back to us indoctrinated. And how much are we paying? I'm just saying. Have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying. Where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense. The direction that I'm leaning. Some of y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. Yeah, what you're thinking. They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. I believe in living a little live. We're all free to each their own. If you were born a he, but wanna be a she, do your thing, but leave my kids alone. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. We send them off to college to get them educated. They send them back to us indoctrinated. And how much are we paying? I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense is the direction that I'm leaning. Some of y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. Yeah, what you're thinking. They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. I believe in live and let live. We're all free to each their own. If you were born a he, but wanna be a she, do your thing, but leave my kids alone. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. We send them off to college to get them educated. They send them back to us indoctrinated. And how much are we paying? I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense is the direction that I'm leaning. Some of y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. Yeah, what you're thinking. They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Tattoo Dave. He has the lights down really low. All right. My apologies, my friends. Even though this is a no